all across the world. That's right. This is an international tournament. This is what's going to happen today. We're over here. We're repping it. We're watching a little golf today on can'tsaythatword.com. And, we're enjoying a little bit of beautiful golf being played. Real quick, we're going to let everybody introduce themselves, and then we're going to get to talking about what we came here to talk about. We'll go first with Dip. Go ahead, Dip.
I'm Dip Metras. I'm the basketball coach at Augusta University, and I've got very limited golf knowledge.
Go Jags.
And I've been here 16 years, and was here a long time ago as assistant. We were reminiscing about the Masters Bash for the older crowd.
The bash, bashing it up.
The word.
You're good. That took 30 seconds.
Yes. My bad.
It's all good, Dip.
Hey, what's up? I'm Daniel Stewart. I'm the president of local advertising and branding firm, Ware Stewart.
Ware Stewart.
And I have limited golf knowledge as well.
Oh, you're doing
but
great.
That does not stop me from talking like I know a lot about any subject matter, so I think I'll be just fine.
That's never stopped me before, and damn it, it's not going to stop me today. Go ahead.
Would you move about
Go ahead, Buff.
to your left?
Sure.
And I'm Buff Waters, golf knowledge extraordinaire.
There we go. Buff's here to
my
bring the
official
knowledge.
title.
Somebody just went and raised Creek.
That's not going to be the last person.
No, it's not. Somebody on third. Oh, it was Brooks.
Brooksy.
Tough. Well, today is going to be a lot of fun. Now that we have some real golf to talk about, we're going to be talking about the golf shots we see. We're going to be throwing out. It's all good. We're going to be talking about some of the golf. We're talking about, some of the parties that we're doing. And, of course, we're drinking. Thank you so much to Erica and all the beautiful women over there at Dirty Gurl. These transfusions are tasting pretty good. And,
Here.
Yes.
Buff took one swig and said, "That's dangerous." And ironically, that's exactly what I said yesterday. I said that should be their
So is Lee Westwood's scorecard, by the way.
Oh, Lee Westwood blowing up. +5. Erica, you had your boy Lee Westwood. Your dad led you astray. 5 over through 11. Goodness gracious.
It's going to be hard to come back from.
All right, so let's run it out where we are right now.
Spelling competition.
That's right. Christian.
How do you say that?
Christian Bezenhout. So Hideki Matsuyama, the Japanese man, is 4 under. He's leading the tournament right now. And then a host of others at 3. Local, just a little local shout out. Abraham Answer from Mexico's got local North Augustan Benji Thompson on the bag. So that's pretty cool. They were 2 under at one point, but I think he's back to 1 under now. So we're just watching some of the tournament. I think right now we're following DJ Brooks and Victor Hovland. They're in the process of playing 13. So Daniel, we'll talk to you first, Daniel.
Sure.
What's your favorite? Do you have like a favorite hole or favorite spot, like when you go to the tournament? Like you like to?
That is a fantastic question.
Do you walk around or you park?
I've done both.
Right.
I'm
clearly a parker.
Parking's like there's nothing wrong with parking. You've got the spectator guide. You've got Bobby Jones's like favorite spots. You can go by like the classic spots and the spectator guide that you get right when you walk in the door. When I was maybe college age or so, a sneaky good spot was the 5 grandstand, right? Because it was one of the fewest frequented beer stops right behind it. So you never had any line for like bathroom or anything like that.
Multiple levels of strategy involved.
It was good. Now, the issue with number 5, observation stand, not grandstand, observation stand, is you are getting annihilated by the sun the entire time.
Yeah, that's
so
tough.
when you're 23 and you're just boom 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 cranking it on Saturday of the tournament, you can get pretty roasted by the time everybody gets through that 5th hole.
So Westwood's teeing off right now on 12, the tricky 12. You got to make sure the wind's right. He comes up a little short.
It's not a fairway today.
He's been struggling today. And I think we're all in agreement that the reason he's struggling is because he took
his girlfriend off the bag.
Took his girlfriend off the bag. What the hell are you doing, Lee?
Never do that.
Like, you've only had like 3 top 5 finishes in the last month, and you pull your girlfriend off the bag. Like, it's instant karma.
You can see it in his son's face too. He knows it's
He
on
knows
him.
it's his fault. He knows it's his fault.
He knows
He's like,
it's on him.
Has there ever been I don't know if this is legal,
Can you
but
tag out?
Yeah, can you caddy swap?
Tag over. Yeah. If
Can you caddy
just,
swap?
You can for injury.
Well, he's going to have to roll his ankle.
If a caddy is injured.
He's going to have to roll his ankle walking off one of the hills. That's what's going to have to
My
happen.
dad hit him with a 3-iron.
Or that, yeah.
Oh man, they should tag her in like Ricky Vaughn from Major League.
Let her come in.
You know what I mean? Like Wild Thing come
with
in.
the glasses. She's got the
Hell
glasses.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
That would
all
be
over
awesome.
it. I'd be all over
Is
it.
it Ricky Vaughn?
Walking in.
It's Ricky Vaughn.
Walking in.
Wild Thing, Rick Vaughn.
Yeah.
Right here on 12. That's where they should do it.
So
Come
150.
across the Hogan Bridge,
Right.
with the music playing.
Oh, that would be the best. 155-yard tee shot right here is what they're playing today. It says. Oh, water. The amateur champ, U.S. amateur champ, just put it in the water. Man, tough hole. Now, has anybody ever played the course? You've never played it? No.
I have.
I've never
actually.
played. You have?
Yes.
What? So how was that?
I've been playing golf my whole life.
That's like me. I have a hole in one. I have a hole in one. I've been playing hard since March. Buff's been playing hard his whole life. He doesn't have a hole in one. I tell him that all the time.
I've been
Yeah.
playing golf for 40 years.
I make sure he knows that all the
Never
time.
played the National, never made a hole in one.
When did you play?
If you're listening, members,
Yeah. If anybody's out
Buff
there,
is your guy.
Hey,
Jeff Knox, can we get
quit work?
Can we get a marker? You own your own company. You don't have to quit anything.
I'll quit working.
Okay. Oh, that kind of quit work. So when did you play, Daniel?
Let's see. That was probably 2012, 2011.
Okay.
First time.
First time. Watch out. How many
Watch
times have you
out.
played?
Of course.
A couple.
A couple.
So,
A couple, he says. He doesn't want to throw salt on the wound.
I'm not jealous at all. Not even a little bit.
it's like you feel like you blacked out the whole time.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And when I played for the very first time, I was so nervous to hit the tee shot, and you always hear that, like, single digit handicap golfers will whiff it on the first tee, and they've just been building it up the whole time. And the day that I got to go out there, the at the time Augusta State University golf team was getting to play for winning the national championship, and I asked my host. I was like, "Oh man, that's cool. How often does the Augusta golf team get to go out there?" And he said, "Every time they win a national championship," which I think is not totally true. I
Wasn't
think maybe
Reed on that
it's,
team?
It's,
Yes, Patrick, he transferred back.
Yeah,
Yes, he
I
was.
think it might be more often than that.
I wonder if they let the USC Aiken golf national champions because they won the title like 2 or 3 years in a row for D2.
Really? No, I didn't
Yeah,
know
Scott Brown was on that team. He's on the tour now, and Dane Burkhart. Who else was on that team? Do you know? Dane was the national champion, the individual national champion. Yeah.
The crazy thing for me about it was because the whole team was about to tee off right after we ate lunch. My host was like, let's go off 10. So, and that's the way the original course played, right?
Right,
So
the
they
first
flipped-
year, yeah.
Yeah, they flipped
34.
the nines a few years after it was built. So, kind of cool to be able to say that you got to play it from its original. But it kind of took a little bit of the stress off because you were thinking about hitting that tee shot on one, and you've seen it on TV your whole life, and you've been obsessing about it. You don't sleep at night the night before,
Right. And now you have
then
a dog
go
leg
off
left.
Go off 10,
10.
and then you just duff it off 10,
Right.
and then just no big deal.
So basically, you're telling me you pulled a Rory and duck hooked it into the cabins.
I wish I could tell you that I hit it that far.
That far. Well, we'll leave those stories up. Bubba's got a big putt here. Looks like he's on 12 here. Now I think
go dogs.
Bubba could easily go low on this course.
Yeah, and
He'll
cheated
sneaky.
beer, too, with his camera.
There
Big
you go,
time.
Bubba.
One under
Shout
right
out.
there. And he
Shout
is wearing
out.
the
He does
Jordans.
have the Jordans on.
Repping the Jordans.
Me and Bubba, both graduates of the College of Family and Consumer Sciences at
At the University of Georgia in Athens. I hear you.
Facts bros. I don't know if he knows that. I know that about him. I don't think he knows
He
that
doesn't
about
know
me.
that. Well, let's tell. Maybe when he gets that's trouble.
Oh, boy.
Wood.
Ryan, that looked like you, buddy.
Yeah, that's exactly how I play out of the bunker. Any out's a good out. That's my motto. on the bunker, any out's a good out. Now, Dip, you're a high level coach of athletes. So you might not know a lot about golf, but you know about a lot about mental preparation. Make sure you're coming in with the right mindset. What is your thought process when you're going into a big game or a tournament or something like that? Like, how do you keep your kids fresh but also dialed in?
I'll answer that one later, but I want to tell you my story about being the Masters.
Hit me that.
There
You
we go.
play.
There it is again.
Your story about going to the tournament. All right.
So a few years ago, my wife and I went out there, and I'm not a whole person.
Okay.
I'm a azalea pimento cheese person. Walk around, enjoy the sights.
Chicken with pimento cheese
You
sandwich
put the
here. We'll
azaleas
talk about-
on the
Double
pimento
egg
cheese.
salad.
Yeah, I'm just enjoy the day.
Enjoy the day.
Salad sandwich.
So I turned to my wife. I go, "Why don't we follow this guy?" And she's like, "Why do we follow him?"
Now,
I
what
go,
year are we talking?
I don't remember him.
Okay, but a while ago.
But it hadn't been that long.
Okay.
And she goes, "Why do we follow him?" I go, "Well, he's non-applicable because he's NA." And she's like, no, that's a golfer. I didn't know. I had no idea that Kevin Na. I thought it was non-applicable. I thought it was some dude out there playing.
It's like, sorry, this guy's not playing today.
He's not playing. We'll follow him. There'll be no crowd. So, yeah, I was limited knowledge on that one.
Well,
So,
if you walk around with Kevin Na, you're going to be there a while.
Lee Westwood is NA today.
Lee Westwood wishes he was NA today.
so that's my knowledge of the playing golf at all.
I hear you, but for real. So answer the question about how because there's got to be a balance of being loose, but
like a
also
phone number.
being dialed in.
Absolutely, you have to be mentally prepared, especially on the last day or all the days there. But when you go to Sunday, that's when the pressure gets on. And as a coach, you always say, don't try to do more than you're capable of doing. Just do what you do every day.
Right.
Some guys can do it, and some guys can't.
Right.
That's why the special ones.
Now, do you, Buff? You'll be an interesting person, and so I think we've all been to the course. Do you think having a limited amount of patrons, even just a limited amount, do you think that changes the game? Because I'm of the firm belief that Colin Morikawa probably doesn't win the PGA Championship if there are people there. That's my opinion. No offense to him; he's a great guy and a good golfer, but. I think it dials up the pressure when you're talking about your 20-year-old, 21-year-old, you're playing for a major championship, and it makes it easier when there's no one there. Even in Augusta, they're going to be loud. We know some of the folks that are there. Do you think that's going to play a role in this tournament?
Yeah, absolutely. And, conversely to that, you got guys like Rory McIlroy who plays
and Brooks has said the same. Yeah,
plays better with a huge crowd.
Right, get the juice.
Honestly, I don't think Tiger plays that well without a big crowd around him because he's so used to that.
Right.
So that's their thing. And those guys that aren't used to that are new, that are fresh, that are young, have not had those big galleries to follow them around, not just the national, but all the other tournaments. It's a big difference. Right. Yeah, it will absolutely play into the comfort factor of when you're playing on a golf course.
Right.
Even just you and I playing, fun amateur golf, there's certain people we get paired with sometimes that aren't so comfortable. So
right, and that you can get in their head and they'll get in your head.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, we talked about that earlier today. But,
Right.
But then there's other people that you play with that you're comfortable with that, it makes for a different mindset when you're on a golf course.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like a couple of 10-year-olds watching me tee off.
Especially,
you know what I'm saying?
So we've got a couple young kids. Luke specifically. Luke's a kid who's out there all the time talking trash. Buff will play him sometimes
Shout
for
out
$1.
Luke Johnson.
Yeah, Luke Johnson. And you're sitting there and I'm a guy who's going to shoot mid-80s, and I know if I went out there and played this, how old is Luke? 12, 13?
12, yeah.
12. He's going to go out there and shoot low 70s. He's going to smoke me. It's very, very hurt. So this is one of the favorites teeing off right here on one. Justin Thomas, Tony Finau just piped one down one. He's in perfect shape left of the bunkers. Let's see what JT does.
I would love to see JT win. I feel like he would be an awesome champion.
I think he'd be great. I'm a big JT fan.
He was playing for Tigers this year.
We'll see.
He's dedicating the tournament to Tiger.
Dedicated, yeah.
He striped that one.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. He's going a little left. But if you're going to miss on this court, if you're going to miss on this hole, I think left's a little safer than right.
Oh, right's dead.
Yeah, so it's in trouble. But he's a little bit in the trees. He's also playing with Louis Oosthuizen, the South African.
Hey, so fun Masters fact. You see the numbers beside the names on the
Right.
carrying
I know
boards?
the
Everybody know how they get those numbers?
I do. I know.
I know.
Yep.
I know that the defending
every
champ's number
golfer-
one, always. The defending champ is always number one.
He is, but then after that.
After it's based off what?
Everybody has all these theories about what it is, but as they're walking around, there's and the caddy has a number on his caddy bag or caddy suit that matches that number. They get their number based on when they get to the grounds of the golf course,
And they register.
and sign up for the tournament.
Right.
So there's no rhyme or reason to why. It's just a matter of when they get there.
So
John Rahm is
Last.
Yeah.
He was the last person to show. He showed up Tuesday.
Right.
I want to know who number 2 is because that guy is into it.
Yeah.
He was camped out in the parking lot.
It's somebody who
probably
didn't make
a
the
first
cut.
timer.
It's somebody who didn't make the cut last weekend, probably.
It's most likely a first timer.
All right, DJ, big birdie putt here on 12. He's got it back to even. Looks like he's going to miss it right side.
But it's funny too because there's certain guys, and now these rumors go back into like the 80s and 90s, from when I was growing up, that you would always hear about guys trying to get there to get the same number.
Right.
And
They were
literally
superstitious about it.
They literally would sit outside of the clubhouse and wait on somebody else to go in so that they could get their number.
I got to be number 7 or whatever number. Yeah.
Like Ben Crenshaw was one. I think I Lost My Ball was one of them. or maybe it was Sevi.
I lost my ball. You mean Jose Maria Olazabal?
You never heard that?
No,
Jose
I've
Maria,
never heard of
my ball.
Jose Maria. I lost my ball. Hovland's back to +2.
left.
He's way left on. Is this 15?
14.
14.
Oh, that
He's
was
in
right
trouble.
around the trees.
Brooks teed off right before him. He's also left. Now 14 is 14. That's the only hole without a single bunker
Correct.
or any hazard at all at any
Most
kind.
difficult green on the golf course.
Right.
Some would argue the most difficult. Second.
You know what?
shot on the
Lee
golf course.
Westwood just made bogey on 12. And that's not bad considering where his first bunker shot went, because that was a tricky. Well, because he hit it over the green and he had to chip back down towards. I mean, that ain't bad.
Small victory.
Mark Leishman, the Australian, is already 4 under through 6.
That's my dark horse.
See, I always pick him in my damn tournament, and this year I didn't, and now he's going to come out and just go low, and he's going to piss me off.
He is definitely my dark horse.
He's tall. He hits the ball a ton. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Uh-oh, Beeves is in the house. Watch out. And Ethan Stallings, what's up, guys? We're going to maybe play a little music, I think, later. I think that's the plan. Yeah, I'm at later. You know, right now we're talking about golf. And also my good friend, Miss Amy Miller from Whitehorse Events is here. She's bartending for us today. She's the one who made us these transfusions. And in a little while, she's going to make us the drink of the day, which is a Madras, but I'll let her explain. And then a shot of the day that she was unaware that she had to do, but she's thinking of what she's going to do now. And we'll determine that when we see what we think is going to be the shot of the day. We'll pick it as a group, and we'll say that's going to be the shot of the day. Let's all take a shot. That's kind of the play on words there.
That's cute. I like what you did there.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's give the fans what they came here to hear.
What'd they come to
How'd you
hear?
get the nickname Buff?
Oh. Well, actually, it's not a nickname. It is my
It's
real
actual name.
It's on my driver's license.
From his parents.
Charles Buffington Waters is my full name.
Okay.
Yes, it sounds like royalty, and it should have a third at the end of it. Or
Yes.
whatever, but no.
You didn't pass that name on either one of your kids? What a jerk.
No.
You were laid with
Dude,
promise.
I've had to live with that name my whole life. You think I'm going to make my kid do that?
Dude, Chucky
Although-
Buff is the greatest nickname of all time.
So where the name came from is Buffington. It was my great-great-grandmother's maiden name. It is actually a surname that has been traced back to 1100. And
I got cousins who are Buffingtons,
It's
bro.
really old. Do you really?
We might be kinfolk.
I've met lots of people with the last name Buffington, but I've
We
never
might.
met anybody with
Shout
the
out
name
Rex and Ann Buffington in Starkville, Mississippi.
But yeah, it is a family-given name. So and I'm
JT.
named after an incredible man.
Oh, what a
He was
shot.
Merchant Marine,
Settle.
fisherman, boat captain his whole life, and he was an absolutely incredible man. So.
JT just whipped it around some trees. He's about, I guess, probably 30 yards right from the pin, probably about 5 yards off the green.
You remember Buff Bagwell from the Nitro era of WCW?
I met Buff Bagwell actually.
Now we're just lying.
No, I'm serious.
But it's fine because there's
All right,
no
so I got
fact
some-
checking.
my cousin Mark Ficken, who lives in Charlotte now, he was big into the bodybuilding in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I have an autograph from Buff Bagwell and Sting, and he used to live with them in Atlanta because they lived in Atlanta at the time. Old
That
Buff,
was one of the best parts about going to the Atlanta airport.
Old Buffy
is that
Bagwell.
you're probably going to run into a wrestler. And if they had entrance music, because we were talking about Lee Westwood swapping caddies and having
Right.
the
Yeah.
glass
If,
break
golfers
and
had
the
intro
Stone
music.
Cold music comes out
Right.
and his girlfriend just jumps the rope. It'd be so badass.
Because you don't believe me.
Oh, he's going to the phone.
That's Buff Bagwell.
Look at you. And Buff Waters right beside it.
Can we show?
Oh no, that's all right. Who we got here? We got he's one of the acolytes, if I remember correctly, and that's
Hammer,
one of the Steiner
Greg the
brothers.
Hammer.
Yeah, that's Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner.
Yeah,
I would have led
Yeah,
with Scott Steiner. He's bigger off
Scott-
than
yeah,
Buff
Scott
Bagwell.
Steiner.
I don't remember.
One of the Steiner brothers is dead, though. I can't remember which one died.
There's Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Greg the
Greg
Hammer
the Hammer
Valentine.
Valentine,
He
dude.
still looks
from
pretty good.
WrestleMania 4 and 5
the
thing.
Absolute.
Oh my goodness
Did you meet
gracious!
the-
Did you meet the
Yes.
Hulkster?
You know who that is?
Yeah, no, that's Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Yep.
Woo! The man, the myth, the legend. Ric
I waited
Flair.
in line at the Civic Center to meet Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, yeah, that was a huge Goldberg guy back in the day.
So I've got 3 kids. But
A
my youngest,
UGA
my-
dog,
my
as you know, I'm sure.
9-year-old, when he was 4, he started really getting into wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You saw him in one of the pictures. I think he was 5 or 6 at the time of those pictures. But so he starts getting into wrestling, and before we know it, he's a performer. So he starts doing these wrestling impersonations, And it's like, entrances or certain things that he saw on like Monday Night Raw or whatever. And we just instinctively started recording him. And then my daughter creates, I think, did she start on Instagram or
TikTok maybe?
No, it wasn't TikTok. This was before TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Instagram was what she started it on. Of course, they ended up doing it on Facebook and YouTube. He's got his own YouTube channel and all this. Anyway, so he starts doing these impressions of wrestlers, and I mean they're phenomenal. Like you can't. I'll show you some of them if you want, but they're awesome.
Okay.
Within a few months, he's getting followers after followers after followers, and then
This is your youngest?
My youngest, at 4 years old. Then he starts getting professional wrestlers that are following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
I love it.
Then he starts getting messages from professional wrestlers.
No way.
I swear to God, the
Yeah.
Big Show.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Big
from
Show?
here. He's
Yeah,
from
he's
around
from
here.
Macon.
Right,
He's
but
from Edgefield.
He's messaging them.
It's the Big Show.
Natalia Neidhart.
Who?
Natalia Neidhart.
I don't know.
She's a wrestler now.
A female wrestler sounds like. I hope.
Who else did he get?
You put him on a cycle of steroids?
No.
That'll stun. He's 4. That'll stun his growth. That would have stunned his growth.
What was the
He's a
stuff that the
little too young for
Clemson players got? Ostarine or whatever it's called.
No, I've got 3 kids too, and they're not quite into wrestling yet. But I will put them in a sleeper hold, buddy.
Dude, my
sure.
best friend growing up, we'd put his 2 little sisters in the figure 4 leg lock all the time, and they would like scream in pain. Oh man.
So the story gets better. So after 8 or 9 months of this,
Looks like JT's gonna save par on one.
by the WWE.
Okay.
Like no joke. They contacted us and were like, "Hey, we'd like to do a story on this. We've seen his Instagram post. His picture was even put up on Monday Night Raw on the screen for Halloween. He was dressed up as his favorite wrestler, Finn Balor. So the thing keeps snowballing. Like, and then CBS is calling, ESPN is calling. They had this. ESPN did a big thing on their website, as well as WWE, where they interviewed me, they interviewed his mom.
Man.
Like, they just went through this whole, I mean, it was unbelievable, like this just total snowball over a year's time. And it kind of, not really the crescendo, but one of the coolest things that happened was they invited us to come to 2 different WWE shows, one in Charlotte and one in Columbia.
So did you go to SmackDown or did you go to or Raw?
So Raw was in Charlotte.
Right.
SmackDown was in Columbia. Got to go backstage, got to meet all these wrestlers. They actually, it was so funny. So we go backstage and to meet Natalia, who was like his main person that contacted him. And
Real close.
we're sitting there talking with her, and all of a sudden this guy walks up and he goes, "Who have we got here?" And this guy's in a $5,000 suit, like just dressed to the nines. Like,
Don't tell me it was Vince
this
McMahon.
guy's- No.
Okay, I was about to be like,
recognize
what?
Vince McMahon. I didn't recognize him, but my wife goes, "You're the Divas dude from WWE."
Yeah.
Oh,
A&E
God.
or whatever. So
great
this guy-
shot.
Turns out this guy's the vice president of wrestler relations or
DJ
or
Onan
talent
too.
relations or something.
DJ Onan 2 for about 10 feet for Eagle. Go ahead.
So then he grabs us, starts taking us all over backstage. My kids get to hold the actual WWE belt. They walk us out on the ramp like we're walking out. The guy says to my 5-year-old at the time, he goes, "Hey, come, you ready to be a WWE star?" And Raylan's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And we literally are like walking out. The arena's full at this point because this is like 20 minutes before showtime.
Right.
And he's walking out onto the ramp, where the wrestlers come out and they do all their things.
That's cool.
Oh man, it was amazing.
See,
It was amazing.
here's what has just happened. I'm flexing on you early, saying I played the big course, and then
he came back
I
with the
just
trump.
mentioned Buff Bagwell, and it just
Get me going on
and
wrestling.
that wild story comes out. That is
So
awesome.
Jordan
You pulled out
Spieth.
I don't know when the last time Buff Bagwell entered my brain, and then to have you pull a picture out, that's
So
incredible.
Jordan Spieth just teed off on 1. He's in great shape. This is Cameron Smith, last
Cameron
year's
Smith,
runner-up.
low-key best hair in the game.
Dude,
right now.
that mustache makes me so happy. Oh, he just missed the bunker on 1, so that was a good break. Hey, we got to take a quick break to pay some of the bills that make this thing happen. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about wrestling, I think. I want to know, as we talk about golf, you were talking about it, Daniel, you alluded to it earlier. I think it'd be a really cool thought. Like, what golfers would have what kind of play-out music, like walk-on music? Ooh. I think that could be a lot of fun. So we'll talk about some of the ones we think. So we got a couple minutes break. We'll give a little thought, and then we'll come back. Go ahead, Bash. Go ahead and Bash.
Hi, I'm Nancy Powell, broker and CEO of Powell & Associates, located right here in Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters, a tradition unlike any other. Just like the Masters, Powell & Associates is unlike any other real estate brokerage in the CSRA. We combine tradition with innovation to bring our clients the very best in service. So if you're looking to buy or sell today in the CSRA, give us a call. We're Powell & Associates. We're principled, professional, and personal.
I'm good. All right. Me and Bub just had Gary's. Don't forget to count us back in.
I will. I will count you back in. I will not forget.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and do the shot of the day when we come back?
No, it's way too early for the shot of the day.
We have a time for that?
Yeah, we can do the drink of the day because it looks like these two are running a little low. Me and Buff are a little bit.
Okay.
And I believe it.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube and it's on.
I shared it, Beeps. Grab it off my page and share it.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the Book of Faces.
What is it?
Drop it. It's just on my Facebook page. Just go
Do
grab
y'all
it.
want some more transfusions right now?
Let's do the drink of the day when we get back. So go ahead and make 4 mattresses, please, ma'am.
Should I make 4? I don't have to explain what it is, right? On camera?
All right. Welcome back to the Bobby Jones Invitational, the inaugural Bobby Jones
Does Bubba
Invitational.
think he's going to shoot a deer with Jordans on?
I don't know what Bubba's thinking, but he's 1 under through 14. He's about to play 15.
Yeah, that's not too
I'm
bad.
telling you, it's going to be a lower score this year.
That outfit's killing me.
It's going to be a lower score this year. What do you think the winning score is going to be? My guess was
Honestly,
11 under.
No, I think it's going to be probably 15, 16.
Really? You think
Yeah.
people are going to
Well,
go that low?
Once
it's
the
supposed to rain
comes,
Saturday.
Once the rain comes, it's going to soften it up a little bit. It obviously won't slow the greens down with
Right.
the sub air, but it will soften it up enough
Whew,
that some
Brooks.
of these shots that run out won't, and then the guys that can throw darts will start throwing darts.
Right.
I mean, look,
Brooks 4 over on the back right now, 4 over overall. Shot even on the front, but he's 4 over. Bogey 10, 11, 12, and 13. So he must have been the one in the water.
good stretch.
Always going to respect Tony Finau for just almost removing his foot.
Dislocating his
was one of the-
ankle.
Yeah, and then he got top 5, I think, that year. I mean, he played
Yeah, he finished
awesome
top
on that
5
Thursday.
So he
It's incredible.
he bends it around, but he doesn't get. See, look at that rollout, dude. That's not a lot of rollout down that hill. The rollout's not roll. It's not rolling.
Wait till Saturday. After that rain, it's going to stick.
Tony Finau's in good position though. He'll be able to go for it in 2 on number 2. So Spieth, he must have laid up with a 3-wood. He didn't get to he took the bunkers out of play.
Has DJ shot for that eagle?
So, all right.
If he did, I didn't see it.
Spieth is the closest thing to the real American hero.
Accurate.
You know what I mean? Like he would.
Is he though?
I think he's pretty close.
No, I'm talking about just on the golf course right now. I mean,
Paying a little baby fade.
I will say this: he was.
Ooh,
He's got to get back into it.
He put out such a dynamic couple of years that chipping in to win and all these crazy things, and then I don't know, just when you go away for 3 or 4 years and
Only 2.5
struggle as bad as he did,
or 3.5. Excuse me.
people have really short memories.
Oh man, Webb Simpson up into the 4 under club. So now we got 3 people tied at the lead here: Webb Simpson, Hideki Matsuyama, and Mark Leishman. Mark is 400 through 6, so that's pretty advantageous. But he's a long hitter, so he'll dominate. He'll pound it out on 13 and 15. So.
I can give you a Jordan Spieth story because it's related to me.
There we go. Hit me with a dip.
His brother played college basketball in an Ivy League school, and when he would come down, he would call to work out in our gym. So while the tournament was going on, his brother would come over and work out in the gym.
Oh, over at Augusta.
Yep, sure enough. Every year, like 2 or 3 years in a row. Yeah, but I remember that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't he have his sister's special needs, right? I think Jordan Spieth has a sister.
Yeah, Down syndrome.
Yeah, with Down syndrome. Yeah, Austin boy, played at Texas. I've always liked Jordan, but for me, like he doesn't move the needle for me. Like I don't like love him and I don't hate him. I don't wish him ill, but I'm not cheering for him. That's kind of where I am. I don't know if that matters to anybody. But
I think if he would have continued the success that he had, he would be exactly what you said, which is like a real American hero.
Look at Bubba shape the golf ball.
You want me to try to pull up the ESPN feed? It's 2 o'clock.
It doesn't come on until 3.
Great.
So the answer to that question is in an hour.
We are viewing pros.
Amy, are you ready for the drink of the day? So we got the drink of the day. Buff, hurry up and finish that. Transfusion will be more where that came from. So Amy's bringing over the drink of the day, which is a Madras, is what I was told. And she's going to come over to my microphone and explain what it is and give a little
garnish on there, yeah.
Victor Hovland's walkout music would be some Norse metal.
See, I'm thinking Led Zeppelin's.
Well, isn't he from
just like Thor.
Okay, well, so Zeppelin had a lot of
they talk about Norse gods,
mythology and stuff in there. I think that counts.
I could see like Thor, in the movie.
That does this, right?
I don't, but I want to go there.
The Zurich,
the Zurich Classic.
Oh, watch out! All right, Amy, tell us about this drink, and then tell us a little bit about yourself and the company you work for.
All right, so y'all are drinking a Madras. So essentially, it's just vodka cranberry with a splash of orange juice. Splash. So I work for the White Horse, which is a retail, wine and spirits store in Surrey Center, and we have a private bar service that I manage. And so this is a drink that I make whenever the guests are like, I want something fruity, but I don't really know what I want. So I make them this, and they're happy.
Well, there you go. Yeah. There you go. That's all there is to it. So we're gonna enjoy it. Thank you so much, Miss Amy. I'm gonna. Do I put the lime in the drink or let it sit on the top? I'm gonna go in. I'm going in.
Put ours in.
I always drop the lime.
You got to drop it in there. All right, I'm gonna see your Buff Bagwell, and
now it's a competition.
And I'm gonna raise you a Huey Lewis
in the news.
Oh, not the news.
My first concert.
Just Huey Lewis. That's solid though. Brings me back to makes me think of Back to the Future.
I grew up in this town, son of a caterer, so I didn't know what
that was really good.
I didn't know what spring break was until I got to college because it's just Masters Week. Like that term doesn't really exist if you're a kid. Yeah,
it's just all about tournament week.
So I would bust tables. I would fold linens and do whatever all Masters Week.
So your dad can make that money.
9 years old. My mother actually.
Oh, your mom. Okay, what's the hook?
So
rep to mom.
That's right. Shout out. So right after college, I decided to go back and work for her during tournament week. And she said, "Okay, well, you're gonna prepare the dinners at a private residence. We're gonna do breakfast, and then we're gonna do dinner, and you just got to prepare it, and you're just gonna be kind of the houseboy." And I was like, "Got it, no big deal." So it was Nick Faldo, and it was the house that he had rented, but that was cool in itself. But his guest for the week was Huey Lewis, and the first time I ever met him, he came in off the course, sunburned, toasted. I mean, just drinking all day. And the crazy thing about Huey Lewis is that his speaking voice sounds so similar to his singing voice.
Oh man!
And my girlfriend, who is now my wife, was working with me in this house, and Huey busts in the door and goes, "Hey there, boy, why don't you make me a vodka and ice?" And I said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And so I made Mr. Lewis a vodka and ice. But man, he was awesome, and he was hitting on my now wife so hard.
So she's got that going for her.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, she is very hit on a bowl.
Hit on
for
a
sure.
Bowl. Very a looker, as it pretends it would say.
So she came up to me. She says, "God, Mr. Lewis is being really creepy. He's kind of hitting on me." And I was like, "Babe, he had 7 number 1 hits on one record. I mean,
it's Huey Lewis.
What do you want me to do?
What do you want? Well, I'm actually encouraging you to think about it."
He also told the dirtiest joke at dinner in front of all of these British women who had gone upstairs,
with
gotten
Sir Nick
dressed,
Faldo.
and come down. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, that's all over it.
Look at that. DJ just piped one up 14.
He plays that little cut, man, off the tee, doesn't he? A lot. He plays it a lot.
So pretty.
That's good. So Brian Harmon's in the clubhouse with a 69, so we know at least somebody will be 3 under today. That's pretty strong.
No Charlie Hoffman 63s out there though.
Oh man, Hoffman's not even in the tournament, is he? Oh man, what's up with that?
I'll add you another tournament story. Nick Price used to rent my sister-in-law's house.
Now Nick Price never won the tournament, but he got close a couple years.
Yeah.
And it was in walking distance of the course. He would cook his own food and he would make his own bed because my now wife used to go up and clean up for him when they left to go to the tournament.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Now, Nick
he used to make his own bed. And
where was Nick Price from?
Now,
Was he
are you
from
sure he wasn't like a sleep on top of the
Zimbabwe?
covers
That's right.
kind of guy?
And actually, who was his famous teacher? Was it Ledbetter?
Ledbetter sounds
yeah,
right.
and he was and same thing. They would make their own bed.
This is the
which
kind
is
of
amazing.
button
Watch
Steve
out.
rolls in.
Is it Jordan right here?
Real American hero.
So it looks like Jordan's going to get off of 1 with a par, which is a great score, honestly, because 1 is such a killer. I mean, DJ bogeyed it today. Victor Hovland, we were talking about, made a triple, posted a 7 on 1 today. So one's nothing to play with.
Now's a good time to cut into that 7 putt from Ernie Els from a few years back. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
I was just thinking about that because
Was that on 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
You were talking about Club Pro guy earlier, and if you
I couldn't
seen
imagine a worse
the
way to start.
Masters write-up thing about his member at his club or whatever that gets to go to the tournament and witness it, and he gives this report about how easy the golf course is, and he can't believe these pros can't do better.
Because of his Mexican tour.
One was like the easiest hole on the golf course.
Oh my
thing.
gosh!
And every time I read that, I think of Ernie Els' 7 putt.
Oh, a
He
smooth
just
10.
keeps slapping it by.
So this is a record you don't want. Cameron Smith has the lowest score in Masters history to not win.
Right, and he's the only one to go all 4 rounds in the 60s.
That
Yeah.
was crazy. When they said that last year,
That was nuts.
all the years I've been watching this tournament, I could not believe
All 4 rounds in the 60s and lost by 5.
This was, I think it's been a
That's
couple.
how DJ went so low.
It's been a couple of years now, but somebody asked DJ. He had finished second in the Masters, and I think that meant that he had finished second in every major. And they brought it up like, "Hey, did you know that you've finished second in all the majors now?" And he was like, "Thanks." Didn't it?
Man, what was the year that DJ when he grounded his club in a bunker, and somebody had to call in?
2016.
That was
that
the
an Open?
US Open.
Was it Open or PGA?
No, that was the PGA.
The PGA.
The U.S. Open was the
At
one
Kiowa,
where
right?
He blew up. No, this one was at.
I just remember somebody had to call
Whistling
in
Straits?
and say
Yes,
it.
thank you. Whistling Straits.
Finau.
Which was so crappy because, like,
It didn't even look like a bunker.
well,
You've
that
been
was the
walking
thing
through
is
it.
All the spectators.
Oh, what a
were actually
shot.
standing
Settle.
in it. The spectators were standing in that bunker, and they had to move for him to play his
Right.
ball. Like,
That shouldn't have been a
it
bunker.
should not have been a bunker. No,
Right.
It's not in play. It's not.
Finau on in 2 on number 2. He's even. Now Bubba's looking at a shot here. He's Can we talk about who is that much further down than Bubba? Because Bubba launches the golf ball. Brooks, who's playing with
He's getting
Bubba?
older though.
Brooks,
probably, yeah.
and then the
The amateur.
no, the amateur's playing with DJ. Who's playing with Brooks and Bubba? I gotta look it up. I had it right here. I was talking about it. Oh, and Hovland, Victor, and he bombs the ball too. Victor Hovland.
Well, look, all 3 of them are right there, and Bubba's furthest one back.
I know, but I mean, I remember Bubba. I mean, obviously, what makes Bubba so elite is his ability to shape the golf ball. I mean, both ways, either way, doesn't matter. That shot he hit on 10 to win his first green jacket against Louis Oosthuizen was just nuts. Like, have you ever seen like the path of that ball?
Oh, it's insane.
It's like he hit a damn horseshoe. And that was the year Oosthuizen got an albatross on 2. Yeah. I was there that day.
I was too.
Oh, it was nuts. It was nuts on 2.
It's funny. You hear the announcers when you're watching the tournament talk a lot of times about the sounds at Augusta and how, if you ever spent time out during the tournament, you can absolutely tell when an eagle's been made.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Or even just a birdie.
The roars,
You can
yeah.
hear the difference. When he hit that ball in on 2, and I'll segue later into my Masters stories of being out at the tournament.
Oh, get up.
But
I don't think it made it.
when he hauled that thing out, the roar that came across that golf course,
And he's wet.
was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I've been out there since I was 8, 9, 10 years old, and I've never heard a roar like that.
So Bubba comes up a little short on 15. He's in the drink. It rolled back off the false front. So he'll be dropping.
Getting the business right now too.
His caddy's like, I told you I should have hit a 4-iron.
That's what,
You know, Bubba, people have a lot of opinions about Bubba. He's kind of polarizing, but I will say it is so cool that he was at Drive, Chip, and Putt. He was at the Women's Amateur. He was there in his green jacket.
This morning.
Being an ambassador. Yeah, I mean, he was there for the honorary
Him and Phil
start
were there this morning for the honorary start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't have to do that. And they have busy schedules, and it's a long day for them if they have a late tee time and all that. So he's a great champion for
doubt.
how much he participates.
A two-time champ.
Absolutely invested in the Augusta National, being a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
He absolutely.
Does he live in Florida now, right? He moved back to
I
Florida?
think he lives in Scottsdale.
Oh, okay. He lives out in Arizona. So we got JT coming up now.
Sorry, I've said the N word.
It's fine. We're rolling right over it. JT playing.
We've been getting fast and loose with the M words over here, guys.
Not me, dude. I've been locking it down.
yeah, you've done good.
That's why you're our guy.
Thank you, buddy. JT just off the back on
You
2.
need a mute button or like a
We need an electrical shock on anybody who says it.
That's what I need.
Brink.
Who is this kid?
That's hot. Stroke.
Where's he? He's from Norway, right, or Denmark? One of those two. They're all the same.
Norway sounds right.
He looks like the guy from Georgia Tech, Kuchar, doesn't he?
Long and right.
In the face.
He's giving you Kuchar vibes? I
Yeah.
don't know about that. Goodness gracious.
Well, he saw Bubba go in the drink, and he was like, "No way, Jose." He's like, "My bad, guys." Old poke.
Weight room.
Look at that. Brooks is way down there. Brooks's approach. 208 to the hole. Yeah, Brooks is having a rough back nine. Sit. Over the back. That's going to be a tough oven.
Tough, man.
Well, they all saw Bubba go in the water. That's where you'd rather miss long than short for sure.
That is a much more difficult shot than.
Well, if you're
you
left.
think watching it on TV,
Right.
It's a straight downhill. You've got a downhill lie. You know the tendency is going to be to go long, and people try and get cute like Bubba did, and you end up short in the water,
Right.
or like Sergio did and put 3 in the water.
Our Molinari last year, or 2 years ago, put 2 in the drink.
That was another painful memory to watch.
That was rough.
Sergio sitting there dunking balls in the water.
Yeah, he got a 13 on that hole that year, I believe.
Well, then Tiger last year with a 10 on 12. He put 3 in the water on 12. Man, it's crazy, crazy, crazy.
I cried a little when Tiger won.
I cried an awful lot, mainly because I won money, and secondly because I'm a huge Tiger Woods fan. Huge
Brian
Tiger
Harmon,
Woods
go
fan.
Dogs.
And,
Yeah, I mean, when he hugs Charlie, and you remember like that exact same scene like with
Right.
his dad.
Yeah.
And then my brother texted me. He said, "Can you imagine if Charlie one day wins the Masters and he comes off the green and he hugs Tiger?"
Wearing
And I was
the
like,
red.
I just have to drown myself in the bathtub if that happens.
Yeah, and then you watch Charlie swing in that Pro-Am this year, or the kid tournament that they have. His swing is impeccable.
Are they going to all wear red on Sunday? Is that what somebody said?
No, Tiger always wears
I know,
red.
but
out
all
here for
tournament.
this tournament?
That's what somebody said.
They did that
they
a
did
couple
that in one of
weeks
the-
ago,
yeah.
but they haven't done it. I doubt they'll do it at this tournament. Maybe 1 or 2 might, like a JT or something might, because him and Tiger are pretty close. Sung JM's 2 under through 3. That's a pretty strong start. So he must have birdied 2 and 3, which are both gettable. Phil Mickelson's at 1 under.
I'm at a disadvantage. I can't see the bottom of the scoreboard.
It's cool. Jordan Spieth's even through 1. That's cool. John Rahm's even through 12. DeChambeau's parred both 1 and 2.
JT even after 1.
JT is even through 1. Usay's an even. So, got a lot of young kids up there. A lot of people who haven't won before. Matsuyama's never won. Leishman's never won a tournament, at least not a major. Patrick Reed, who's the number one person that everybody likes to hate, even though he went to Augusta U and won a national championship. I don't know a lot of people who like him. No offense to you, Patrick Reed.
Well, he went to Georgia first, and they kicked him off the team.
Well, we'll leave accusations and assertions to another time.
I will tell you a story about that. I don't know enough about the golf.
Yeah.
But when they went to go play their first national championship, Josh Gregory said, if we can get to match play, I've got 2 guys that will not lose in match play. I remember him telling me that.
Yeah. One was Reed's a killer match player.
One was Henrik Norlander. And I met Patrick one day when he came to do his drug testing. And it was a quite unique.
Oh, he'll pass a drug test.
Yeah, no, everybody has to do it. As an athlete, you have to do it. He came to my door. He said, "Hey, where's this drug testing thing at?" I'm like, "Excuse me? I don't even know where," because they do it right down from office. And he's a unique, confident individual. What leads to your success leads to your downfall.
Why do you think he's going to pass the drug test? Because cool people do drugs, Buff?
No, I'm saying.
No, he said he will pass it.
He will pass it because he doesn't do drugs.
Yeah.
Right. He's
There's
just
other things.
Yeah, he's just an interesting person. I don't want to talk trash about him on this thing.
No, I don't have any ill feeling toward him. I just,
It is what it is.
You know how I feel about
Finau. Finau's about to birdie.
Polarizing is the journalism language we're searching for there, I think.
I'm obviously not a journalist.
No, me either. I'm not. I have too many opinions. I need to move on. Finau's 1 under through 2, so that's solid. It looks like JT's about to be 1 under through 2.
Stopping himself from sharing an opinion?
On this, yes.
Really? That's the first.
That's right.
Thank you, Ryan Abel.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Is this kid an amateur?
No, that's he was
just
low
another-
amateur. He was low amateur in 2019.
This is his third year on
Third
tour?
year if you count his amateur year, yeah. This is his third Masters.
He is a phenomenal golfer, though.
He went to Oklahoma State. He left that
Such a
short.
good shot there. That's the thing about this golf course, though. Like, those shots that you think are so simple, you've got to be so accurate with them.
Yeah, you have to land it on
Because
the spot.
if he hits that too hard, guess
In
what?
the water.
He's in the water, right.
Yeah, like,
That's crazy.
and you're almost better to walk off.
And the other
hole
thing
with a
you can't
par
tell
than-
until you go to the tournament, you can't tell it, is how hilly, like how high and how drastic those hills are. Like that right there is like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But like, no, that's about a 20-foot, or maybe more incline. It ain't playing around.
So several years back, I believe the tournament, the official tournament accounts posted an infographic that showed the elevation change on hole number 10, which is sneaky, like prettiest hole on the golf course.
Oh, I loved it with the big, huge bump in the middle.
It's the difference of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Is how tall
from tee to green.
Yeah, from tee
Wow.
to green. Or tee to the bottom. The green comes back up. It's to the bottom.
Yeah, because the green's elevated
that
everywhere. Because if you
graphic
miss
is
it
actually-
anywhere, it's down.
To
That's from
Amen
10T
Corner.
to Rays Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, 10T to race, so 12.
Which is at the bottom of 11.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
12, yeah. JT with a bogue on 2. That's got to hurt. Bogey on 2. I mean, for golf for him though.
In his press conferences, he said that's his nemesis.
Is it just, is he not a good right to left player or something
Exactly.
like that? Yeah.
Because
He plays a cut.
His shot is left to right, and that tee ball on that hole, if you ever stood back there and looked at it, you
gotta be able to work it
either
right,
have
left.
to hit a dead straight ball, or you got to be able to turn it right to left.
Right.
He
Well,
was
this
actually
course
talking about-
sets up very nicely for a right to left player, or a
Oh,
player who
it's-
can
it's
shape.
what it
Yeah.
was built for.
Right.
Bobby Jones, that's what he built it for.
Right.
The right to left play, and that's also, oddly enough, why left-handers play this golf course so well.
Because they can play the
Shout
fade.
out to Mike Weir. However you say it.
Mike Weir is how you
He's
say
a
his
Weir.
name.
Where
Get in.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom.
What
I'm
a
not gonna finish in the top
putt.
100.
Cue up the Norse
So
metal.
he hits a terrible chip, and he has to putt from off the fringe and drains it. 1 over.
Man, that was.
Man, you take that triple away.
He
he's sitting
can't
2 under.
even believe it.
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, he didn't think that was going in. I can tell you that. Yeah.
He's actually probably happy at winning because
Yeah.
he's thinking about that 8-foot comeback that he was probably going to have to take.
Yeah.
So you asked earlier about the difference with the spectators and all that kind of thing.
Right.
I honestly, with this golf course, I think one of the biggest things for the players is those guys that have played it for years and years is playing without the grandstands or the observation
Stands.
Observation stands.
So they took all those out.
Most of them. Yeah, I think they're. I think
most
they
of
might
them
be
are.
all gone.
Most of them are.
I think one of the from a mental standpoint, which has got to be so difficult for all these guys. You've got, this is just a tournament you want to win so bad, and because it's at the same golf course every single year, every spot where you stand when you're playing, you remember something else from the past, another player, another champion, or whatever. This has got to be one of the biggest mental tests. to not just freak yourself out.
Bubba's playing scared out there.
If you're going to talking to the microphone, Bash. Oh, well. What he said was, for anyone who couldn't hear, was, looks like Bubba's playing scared. Bubba's playing just fine. Bubba's, I'm just saying people can't hear him on the talk. You talk out loud like people can hear you. You can't hear you. You only hear half the conversation. Nobody wants to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Why they call you Dip?
Makes no sense. Worse than Buffy's Buff story.
A great
over there,
question.
Yeah. It makes no sense. It's not even worth talking about. But I've had it since I've been 2 years old or 1 year old.
Is it because you always dip into, dip
he
on
threw
somebody
a fat
for the
dip
ladies?
in when he
Yeah.
was 4 years old, and they're like,
does.
"Golly."
Well, there it is. Lock it in for life.
Yeah. We can make up a story that's better than the one I can tell you.
There we go.
Have you always coached basketball? Or?
Yeah, always been basketball. Long time.
So where have you coached other than Augusta University?
I was head coach at Belmont Abbey, which is where I played back in the early 80s.
Okay.
So I'm originally from outside of Washington, D.C. and came south and will never go back.
There you go.
Ever.
Nothing wrong with that.
30 South.
Did you have a wet jumper?
Back then it wasn't even wet. Nothing was wet. Yeah. We were wearing shorts now. They're trying
Yeah, I was
to
about to say,
get
did you have the
Okay.
John Stockton shorts on?
John Stockton shorts.
John Stockton shorts way up
Yep.
there. Way up there.
That's
Now,
everything.
you guys made a couple of deep runs at AU, though,
Yeah.
into the tournament.
Yeah, we've been fortunate to play in the national championship and semifinals and Elite Eights. And
Right.
when you get to that stage, that's what the golfers, you got to just, I always say late in the year, you have to play well to win. Same thing here. If you don't play well, you don't win. So
I remember watching that. Yeah, Bubba does get back up and down for his boats. He's even coming off 15. That's got to hurt based off where he was in the fairway, though. You'd think he's coming out of there thinking birdie worse, 2 under, and now he's going to 16 with
Bubba, sponsored by CBD MD. So he's
And
chilling.
Mossy Oak, apparently.
He's chilling.
He's chilling. He's nice and level, nice and calm.
I was actually surprised that because he, and I don't know if y'all ever watched interviews with him, but he is a very adamant non-drinker kind of a person.
Really?
Oh, big time. Like
I've met him once, but it was at a tailgate. But I didn't really pay attention to what was in his cup.
He's very.
Was it a South Carolina Georgia game?
Against alcohol in any sort of way.
He might be the only Bubba that has that stance.
Probably.
Most Bubbas I know,
He must be the only Bubba in the world that has that stance for sure.
he's the only straight edge Bubba on the
I
planet.
was really surprised that he would actually be vocal about CBD or anything like that. I mean,
Word. There you go. So Phil's one under through 4. Old lefty Phil.
I'm a big deep breaths guy. Does about the same thing that CBD does. For a fraction of the price.
For a fraction, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Dip, when y'all went to the national championship, you guys came up short, right?
Yes.
Who beat you guys?
Winona State out of Minnesota.
Okay.
Yep.
Man. I remember talking about that game, and I remember watching that game because it was like a big buzz of the
Yeah,
town.
it was CBS. Yep, national TV.
CBS national TV.
Yep.
Because USC Aiken was really good during that stretch
Yeah,
as well.
we both were good at about the same time.
Right. Yeah.
You would play teams just as good as you play a national championship,
Right.
15 minutes away. So
Yeah.
unique time, no doubt.
and how long you said you've been there?
This is my 16th year, 15th year. If we count this COVID year as a year.
500,
Clint Bryant was.
Yeah,
what
Clint's the
were you?
athletic director still.
Oh,
Yes.
he's okay.
500 wins this year. He went past
Yeah.
500
You got him
wins.
500.
Yeah, 500. Yep. That means I got a lot of games I've coached.
But here's
That's
the
it.
real number people care about. How many chairs have you thrown?
Yeah, I haven't thrown any chairs lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lately, he says.
lately.
Well, it's a different time, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, when
Social
they,
media.
When they
Yeah.
got Bobby Knight, you knew it was everybody had to tighten up.
Yeah.
I watched that the other day, that 30 for 30 on Bobby Knight. It was kind of
Unique.
weird. Yeah. I was like, man, crazy. I got a good buddy of mine you probably know, Curtis Wheeler. He does the AAU
Yep.
for Upward Stars up there in Greenville.
Kurt's a good guy.
Yeah, old Dobie, that's what we call him. But Kurt, yeah. Shout out Bradleyville, NA. What's up? So Brooks is trying to build it back up here. He needs to get it down to, I would say, probably at least 2 over to maybe have a chance to make a run.
It's an easy pin down there.
Where's the pin at on 16 today? I haven't seen it. Is it on the right like it normally is? What?
Daniel just casually saying that it's an easy pin.
He would know. I mean,
He's played
the
out there a
course.
lot. Yeah. He's played out there a dozen times or so.
I can't see the pin, though. I can't see where it is.
He just knows from experience where it's going to be.
Just throw it right into the hill and spin it left and bring it down. Right?
Okay, so it's in the
I
front
mean,
left.
that's exactly what Kepler
There you
just
go.
did. There you go.
Yeah, he'll have a
That's
nice
how you
little
play.
putt. great shot before him. Who I think that must have been Hovland.
So I was talking about this with a
birdie
friend of
spots.
mine the other day. If we ever got to play the Augusta
Tournament.
National Golf Course, did you play it from the tournament tees or from the members tees?
Oh, please. Please.
Well, based off his
They
experience,
didn't have them cut in. You didn't even know where they were. They were just.
Well, I was going to say,
based off his statement on 10, I don't think he was playing from the tourney tees.
have
No.
heard, and again, it's rumors because I don't know. I have never played out there, but I've heard that they will frown on you if you are not capable of playing from back there. That they will not allow you to do it. Like they,
Well, good. They
I mean,
shouldn't
the caddies will watch you on the driving range
and tell you straight up where you need to
whether
play.
or not you can do it. I mean, because like I remember the first time I ever got to play Sawgrass. You know, I was with my dad. And,
Slight flex.
We both of us. Oh, we're going to play from the tips. You know, we'll play. And just turned out that
Great shot.
We were about 4 weeks removed from the tournament, the TPC. The first time we got to play it, so it was pretty much in tournament condition. And oh my word, I thought I was
What'd
a
you
decent
shoot?
golfer. First time out was a 91, and now at the time I was about a 4.5, 5 handicap, something in that neighborhood. So I'm 15 shots above
What you should
my
be.
average, or not average, but a good day. 15 shots higher from back there, and I mean it's just silly at how much longer it is.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, boy.
The chair stopped the ball.
Are they allowed to move that chair?
Yeah,
They have to
They
move.
have to.
Yeah, they'll have to move it.
If Dip would throw that thing.
Yeah. Do they move the bag too? Yeah. Do they move the bag too?
Dib, where are you at? Can you get on 14? Yeah, they'll have to move everything.
Everything.
Man, that's crazy. All right, so here's the real question that I want to know about that. Like, so how many technical fouls have you had in your life in college basketball?
More than he's played in the national.
More shots than he had.
So a couple.
Yeah, I've got double digits before.
Man, I used to play. I played basketball when I was little, and then became like a fun thing, you know. And so we were in church league one time, and I got a technical in a church league. And
Church, hey, listen.
Yeah, church league is bad. You're right.
Church league.
Yeah.
dude, I got a technical, and I'm gonna be ashamed to tell you this story, but it's hilarious. So I got to. So we hadn't lost all year because we rigged the game. We went and got a couple of
Right.
ex college ball players, and we're down.
Guys you hope went to church, right?
Right. No, it was part of the mission. You know,
Right,
it's
there
kind of
you
part
go.
of the local
It's
mission.
called
you know?
recruiting. There you go.
That's right. So we went down and got a couple of guys. We hadn't lost a game all year. I mean, all year. And actually, the lead pastor at True North, Steve Davis, who played college ball up in Illinois, not at Illinois, but in Illinois, was on our team as well. And he was exceptionally good. Well, he was out. Championship game, he's out. He was on something. I don't remember what it was. So, and one of our other really good players out. So there's only one of our main three. And we ended up for the first time in a tight game. And I must have played for maybe, I didn't start. I was never really good at that. But I must have played maybe like 8 minutes, and I had 5 fouls.
5 fouls.
So I got my
and a
fifth.
technical.
So listen, I get the 5th foul.
They were calling it tight.
They were calling it super tight all of a sudden. And I turned around and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" He was like, "Technical." I said, I looked him right in the face in the church, in this church gym, and I said, "It don't fucking matter because I'm already fouled out." And just walked out the building, just left the whole game, the whole building.
You don't even have to go anywhere else to ask for forgiveness, though. That's why church basketball.
That's where I went.
Is so rough.
I went
because
straight
you can
to the-
say, "I'm sorry," right there.
I went straight to the confessional immediately.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I looked him right in his face. I said, "It don't effing matter because I've already got 5 fouls."
You got to ask that head ref what denomination he is. You need to know where you stand before you go in.
So it's church league, right? So there was 2 refs, and one ref was an older gentleman, and he literally, if like this, let's just say like mid-court, he would always be at the top.
Right.
So he would only run 10 feet.
Yep.
Back and
Right.
forth, just across. The other poor ref would run the whole way to get on the baseline for each time. And of course, the one at the top called the foul on me down on the block. And that's why I lost it. I was like, "You got a guy right here." Anyways.
I don't even want to know what would happen if I ran that much in khakis like those refs do.
Oh man.
What are those pants made out of? They're black.
They're not khakis. They're
No, it looks like a nylon.
nylon, almost
Yeah.
like softball pants.
They look like church pants. They look like slacks.
They're getting tighter and tighter each year. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Have you seen the masks?
Oh yeah.
That they have now for COVID for basketball referees?
No.
Yes.
I mean, I watched some in the tournament, but
Yeah.
It looks like a dingle hanging right out of their mouth.
Oh, because it's got the whistle in there.
Whistle inside of it.
Like this little pouch for the whistle. Oh my
It's
god!
a bad visual. It is a bad visual. You're right.
I can't do basketball because I love going to basketball games, but I'm a big supporter of North Augusta High School and South Carolina and USC Aiken when they were no offense, I was a USC Aiken guy because I had a couple buddies who went there, but like I can't do it. I get so pissed off at the refs. Like I would have so many technicals because I can't stand inconsistent. Same thing for me with baseball. Like if you don't call if it's a strike, it's a strike. And man, basketball, we were at a basketball game last year. Tony Harold, who's the head basketball coach at North Augusta High School, I'm on the second row behind them, and a terrible call is made, and I lace into the officials. I didn't curse, but I laced into him and let him know I thought he was an idiot. And he turns around and he looks at Tony, and Tony's like, it's not me.
I don't know him. Exactly.
It's not me. It's somebody in the stands. And I was like, let me move back to the third row so they don't think I'm a part of the team and they can't give the bench a tech.
It's one continuous makeup call. That's the way I look at it.
That is a beautiful thing about golf, though. Did the ball
No
go in?
refs?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
refs.
Like it's
Tough putt. Of course, then you have the people who bend the rules. We've talked about that earlier, but we'll go on another subject there. Good par there for Victor with a K.
Trash.
Victor, you think Victor with a K is trash?
Beebs is not a fan of Victor.
Beebs, why aren't you? Get on the mic. Tell me why you think why are you hating on Victor Hovland?
Because he's trash.
But you have to give me some. Did he like take your girl or something? What the hell's wrong with you?
He's just trash.
That chip he had in the last hole.
He buried it. He hit a 40-foot putt right afterwards.
I don't care.
He still made birdie.
It was the chip for me, bro.
It was all. That was it. It solidified your opinion for all time.
Trash. Victor with K is trash.
Victor with a K is trash.
we've gone around the horn on nicknames. You think I'm gonna let Beeves go by and not talk about it?
You said something about Buff being bad. Come on now. My last name's Beaver.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
nothing. Great putt.
All right, y'all wanna hear about unfortunate names? Try to top this one. So my great grandfather, Charles Stewart. My grandfather, Charles Stewart.
Power move.
My father, Charles Stewart. Me and my brother, not Charles Stewart. Could have been the fourth, right?
Could have been IV.
Which is legit. Looks good on a resume, right? Oh, Charles the Fourth.
And going by Chuck.
Well, my mother
Charlie.
did not want to have a Charles Adolph Stewart the Fourth.
Ew.
Adolf.
Oh,
Okay.
with a PH. With a PH. With a PH.
With the English
matter.
spelling. With the English spelling.
But that name got out of fashion
Long time
real
ago.
quick.
But before,
real quick.
So your great grandfather had to have gotten it before it was out of fashion.
But no, so the only person that like stuck my grandfather is a World War II vet. Like he was on a boat
And he still named
at
his-
sea, and he has a kid in the 40s. My dad, and it was like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll it one more time.
I'm gonna roll it one more time.
I'm gonna roll it one more time.
Oh my Lanta.
But I do think Dolph is kind of a cool name though. If you shortened it to like Dolph Lundgren.
I can get down with that.
That's cool.
of Rocky
I
fame.
wonder if that's his actual name.
That's a good question.
But I couldn't.
Look that up, Bash.
I couldn't.
Dolph Lundgren's real name. What's his? Is it?
How do you spell Lundgren?
It was a blessing though,
But is it
because
Adolf Lundgren?
I could not have the middle name Adolf and have these ears at the same time in middle school, because they were this big out of the womb.
Out the womb.
They called me wingnut. You know a wingnut?
Oh God. We're going right here on 10. Is this not 10? What is this?
It is Dolph. It's not Adolf. It's
3. That's
Dolph.
3. It's just
Yeah,
Dolph.
it's just but the nickname for like Adolphus, who was like Adolphus Stewart, came over on the boat. Apparently, I've got this old like Adolphus, but then it got shortened.
Did you do that LDS genealogy thing, tree?
The 23andMe thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I mean,
What's there to say?
yeah.
What are you gonna do with
Yeah.
it? What are you gonna do?
So Buffington.
Can't change it.
There you go.
That's from Wales.
I think I might have some
Oh, I'm straight German, dude.
You know-
I'm like 75%
How
German.
about this? So it's actually
Don't get in a war with me, I'll lose. What?
Bussington.
Bussington is the actual name. But if you think back to school when you would see Old English written out,
Oh,
The S
looked
looks like an F.
Looked like an S.
Right.
and so depending on the pronunciation of it, and so that's where and when it came over to America at some point,
Right.
people started pronouncing it
I like
Buffington.
that.
Well, nobody has made a shot worthy of shot of the day, but Amy's got to leave at 3, so we're just gonna have to.
I would right now. I would put Hovland's putt on 15.
Yeah, that was pretty
No
good.
matter what
That was
our
sick.
colleague over here has to
Ooh,
say about it,
look at that
I
shot.
would say that
Right in the middle.
So in Wales, there is a Castle Wingfield, and my middle name is Wingfield. So I feel like Buffington Wingfield.
Go ahead, shots.
That sounds.
Go ahead and do the shot of the day. We're
very
gonna do the shot of the
good.
day.
That's a heck of a resume. Are you going to give this kid Buffington Wingfield an interview? Hell yes.
My daughter
That
has said
screams
she's-
Ivy League.
CEO. That's your CEO.
Buffington Winfield
My
the
daughter has
fourth.
claimed that she's going to carry my name on. So
Bella.
we'll see. Yeah.
Do you put third on the birth certificate? Is it on the birth certificate?
What is?
Third?
Yeah. My dad's a third.
No, yeah, you put the you put it on there.
Yeah. Third, fourth, fifth.
So my cousin was the third, but he was called Trey, and it took me until I was like 21 years old to figure out that he wasn't named Trey. He was actually
Third.
the third. I had no
You think
idea.
anybody named Trey ever names their kid Trey, and they just call him Trey Jr.?
I want to do it. If I ever, I'm not gonna have a kid.
That is true.
Trey Jr.
Well, there's a junior. I know a junior
Yeah,
who's
but I'm
named
saying there are
Junior.
people who have named their kid
Trey Jr.
Or Trip.
Not anything to do with being a third.
That's
They're just
trippy.
a Trey.
Westwood 6 over on 15. Watch out. He's going for it in 2. It looks like here.
Is he gonna make the cut?
He might not make the cut.
I mean, who knows what the cut line's going to be? I mean,
Pulled it.
he needs to tag out with his girlfriend. He needs to walk over to that
On
rope.
the green though.
He's all right.
That would be an awesome shot on Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday that'd be perfect. Look at you.
Not your fault.
It's your fault, Westwood.
Leland Westwood the third.
Leland Westwood the third.
That poor kid, you know he's feeling horrible.
He's not feeling anything. He's walking around the Masters. He didn't care.
So I played basketball in middle school. Speaking of nicknames, the coach called me Muscles, but it was only because I was super chubby. It was not a term of endearment. He was
I didn't have a nickname
he
when I
was
was
the basketball coach and custodian. And the thing that I remember about
The
him,
basketball coach and the custodian.
yeah, and he was awesome, and he had really long fingernails for a man for some reason. And his jumper was certainly wet, and I don't think they called it that back then either. But you could hear his nails like kind of scratch the ball as it left his hand, and I thought it was you could just hear him in the gym.
So DJ laid up on 15. He must have had a bad tee shot.
Hey, go round up all those balls, Muscles.
So I've had a couple of people butcher my name over the years. Biff is typically the one that I get most of the time.
Right.
But I had a friend of mine in high school who, for some reason, called me Snuff. I never dipped or anything in high school, but his nickname for me became Snuff. And he and I are still friends to this day, and he'll still call me that. So I get to college, and I think it was my freshman year that I met this guy. Frank was his name. And we met and hung out, and for literally, I am not exaggerating you, for 2 years, he calls me Bus. I just let it go.
Like Jerome Bettis.
Like B.
Yeah, like like Jerome Bettis.
At first, I was like, maybe he heard.
That wasn't my
maybe
image.
he just,
The Bus.
doing a play on it or whatever, like my friend Lee had done.
Mm-hmm.
This goes on for 2 years, and at some point, I don't remember when, but I realized he doesn't know my name. He thinks that my name is Bus. He just has never heard anyone actually pronounce it right and say it. So fast forward to my 21st birthday. We're sitting at a bar, our favorite bar. Shout out Dingus McGee's in Statesboro.
Okay.
And,
Dingus.
And the bartender, whom we knew very well and knew us by name, walks over and says, "Hey, Buff, you want another drink?" And Frank turns to me and looks and goes, "What do you call you?" And I just started laughing. And he goes,
My
"Why
name?"
are you laughing?" I said, "He called me my name." He goes, "That's not your name. Your name is Bus." Nah, dude, it's not.
Wow.
It's like, you've let me call you Bus for 2 years? Yes, I have.
Watch out. Oh, long.
Ooh, that's sketchy coming back.
Yeah, is that 3 right there, it looks like? Yeah. So shout out to Fat Man's for bringing the food today. I'm going to get into that in a minute. I'm all about that life. Was it good, Beefs? Was Fat Man's good? Word.
Is he saying beeves?
Yeah.
Like beaver?
Like beaver.
Beaver.
That's
Like
what I
multiple beavers.
It's like
Beefs.
beaver with an S instead of an R.
How would Beeves
Yes,
spell
thank you.
that? How do you spell that, Beeves?
Beaves.
Okay.
Y'all know he could have gone pro playing baseball, right?
I did not know
He
that.
blew his knee out. Is that how that works?
I heard he was trash.
I said, but you blew your knee out. You would have gone pro, but you blew your knee out.
All I know is I would have made that chip.
Yeah, I bet you would have.
Unfortunately, we'll never have the opportunity to know.
What are you talking about?
You'll never play in the
Now
tournament.
If he hangs out with Daniel, he can go play Augusta National.
Yeah, become friends with Daniel over here. You'll go play the tournament. All right. So what is this? What is this shot, Amy? Don't get out of here until we know what this shot is.
It's in a red Solo cup.
It is in that. Go ahead. Tell us what it is.
All right, so we're keeping with the vodka theme, and so I made y'all a pineapple upside down cake shot. So it's vodka, pineapple juice with just a splash of cherry, even fruitier. So y'all enjoy.
Man, watch out. All right. Well, does everybody have one over here? All right.
What's the shot of the day?
Well,
going
we'll
with?
call the shot of the day. It's a pineapple upside down shot. Is the shot?
So when we see the shot of the day,
Then we'll go.
it's the
Thank you.
pineapple upside down.
That's right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh man,
That's pretty good.
that's really good.
That's phenomenal.
Does that have amaretto in it?
Nope, just cherry juice. Well, similar.
Wow. Thank you, man. May I have another?
That was very good.
So we're also supposed to take shots whenever somebody makes an eagle. So we hadn't seen one
I
yet.
haven't seen one of those.
We haven't seen one yet. There has been one, but we have to see it. So Hideki Matsuyama's eagle on 8 today didn't count. For us, at least.
All right, we gonna do this walkout music thing?
Yeah, who you got? Let's go. So who's somebody you got? So you've already said Victor Hovland.
So yeah,
doing-
so
so we're
are
thinking-
we associating it with known walkout music?
No, it could be whatever. It could be like any
be
song. So
whatever.
like Immigrant Song would be a great one for Victor Hovland because he's from, he's Norse.
Yep.
Hammer of the Gods. That's a great song.
I feel like DJ would come out to like reggae. I don't know.
I can see that.
You think?
Brooks has got to come out to some Brooks and Dunn song. That must be. I don't know which one, but it's got to be.
What about Garth Brooks?
Just to shout
Does
out,
that
or
be
Garth
and Dunn or
Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
If he comes out with a Garth Brooks and Dunn combo medley, it'd be awesome. It'd be like,
Rory could come out to the Lord of the Dance.
no,
Like that.
With a beat thing.
Oh man, stop. That's terrible. He could come. Rory could come out to the what's the Boston band that plays a lot of
DJ comes out to like
Dropkick Murphys.
Dropkick
like
Murphys.
something you'd hear at Harold's at Myrtle Beach, like some shagging music.
He's coming out to Carolina Girls.
Carolina girls and just
Best in
calabash
the world.
shrimp for everybody.
And pigs in a blanket. That's what he had. That's what he served at the.
I can't
the
believe
Tournament
he didn't
Champions
serve
Dinner.
calabash shrimp.
Hey
at
man,
the
he's
Beach.
from Columbia, but he played golf at Coastal, right? I think he played golf at Coastal.
Yeah, he played golf at Coastal. Yeah.
He probably had enough calabash shrimp to last him a lifetime living up in Conway.
Gosh.
Oh, if Westwood makes it.
Here we go, Eagle.
This might be the pineapple,
Oh,
upside down
There's
pineapple.
no way.
God.
He pulled it. It looked like.
Cranked
Oh no!
it.
Look at that thing turn. Get in.
And we're drinking.
I was wanting to.
Trash.
Yeah,
Beef,
that is.
You have one more
Jesus
person
never
that you can
say
call trash, and that's it. That's your
Beef.
quota for the day.
Beef's so judgmental.
You only have one more. You have a total of 3.
I thought those dudes were supposed to be chilled out.
Is he a musician? What do you play? Musician. He said you're a musician. What do you play?
He plays the voice.
Oh, well, that's not a musician.
He plays the voice. Hey!
What?
Watch out, sir! I only play the voice.
You're not a musician. You're a
Let
singer. There's two totally different things.
Buff. Let's not list credentials on musicianship. Grace United Methodist Church. Things that I've done.
Wait, no. I'm not trying to go tit for tat with you.
Okay, good. You can go tit for tat for bees, maybe.
I am not a musician. I'm a
Not-
guitar player. That's all I am.
Yeah. A Michael Batamy student.
Whoa,
That thing is still rolling.
ball.
See ya.
That's a heartbreaker.
So DJ laid up. Trash.
You know, I really feel like DJ would come out to like Metallica
Amy, before you
or
leave,
something.
can you make me one more
Really?
transfusion?
I don't see that.
We'll jump back-
The
I'm gonna
other
jump
thing
back
I
to
can see
Transfusion.
DJ coming out to, and this might be the South Carolina connection, would be Edward McCain. Solitude or
Enter
something
Sandman,
like
exactly.
Edwin McCain.
Enter Sandman for who?
DJ.
that. DJ. I don't see DJ as a heavy metal kind of guy.
You don't think he's like a 311 type guy?
I mean, that's.
Maybe 311.
See, so the one.
But that's kind of the reggae kind of.
But who would? All right. So who would you come out
It's
to?
got-
You're
yeah,
going
yeah,
to the
it's-
number one
I
tee.
can Led Zeppelin all day long.
But what song though? You gotta have a song. Give me a song. I know exactly which one I'd come out
Rock
to.
and roll, probably maybe.
So rock
I mean,
and roll?
So that's like which
All right.
kid do you pick? I mean, I don't know.
Daniel, who you coming out to?
Still the Night by Whitesnake.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Wait, he's been waiting for someone to ask him that question his entire life.
You gotta know.
He brought that
You gotta know.
discussion up.
What about you, man? What you walking out to?
Bad to the Bone, George Thorogood.
Oh.
Bad.
How about you, Ryan?
I'm walking out to Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine.
That's a good one, too. Guerrilla Radio's another good one.
Guerrilla Radios, what's up?
If we're on the Rage Against the Machine kick.
Oh, dude, I love Rage, man. I saw Moon Taxi. Moon Taxi does a great Rage set. They did it a couple years ago at the Major Rager down here on the Commons. Worth every penny.
You know what? But to completely reverse it, I always thought it would be a good mental dagger to your competition to come out to like "No More I Love Yous" by Annie Lennox. And because they would like, everybody would be like, "What is going on?"
So Annie Lennox reference tonight, y'all. From the Eurythmics. That's from the Eurythmics, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie Lennox was, yeah.
And I just feel like if you knew that it was coming, you could still be mentally prepared to play, and like everybody else on the bench would be like, "What is going on?" And then you could just hit him in the mouth like Baylor did the other night.
Right in the jaw. That game the 2 nights before though with UCLA and Gonzaga, a great game. I for sure thought we were going double overtime.
Well, when they beat in the last second shot, I said, I turned to my wife, I said, they're never going to be ready to play.
Right, yeah.
It's going to be a
they
mental.
won't be able to come down.
Because it was midnight, and I hate it for him.
Couldn't come off the high.
Yeah.
Mark Few deserves a title for sure. He'll get it. He just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Hey, Westwood actually got a birdie.
He did. Well, he's made 2 birdies today. That was big. Where's this song?
His scorecard looks like my social security number.
Oh my gosh. Or a phone number. Crazy.
It's not my social security number out there for.
Can we say that Bubba's playing
identity
scared yet?
thieves.
No, because he's still even par.
I'm going to drag this back to my kid in wrestling.
I'm hopping on.
Are you about to show a video?
Yeah. This is what he said is going to be his walkout music.
Oh yeah.
All right, you got to cut that before we get taken down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because copyright. We'd have to pay for it. I couldn't hear what it was.
Yeah, we didn't pay for that.
Come on. You don't know that?
It's Down with the Sickness.
Oh, Down with the Sickness.
Really? You can't play that? Even
No,
Can't
not
play.
in the-
We
not-
don't own
not in the
any
COVID
music.
year.
The only
Not in
thing
the
we
COVID
can
year?
play is Beeves' music and Ryan's music.
Ryan doesn't have any music.
That's not true. I have a CD. Jerk face. With 5 original songs.
Rephrase that. I don't have any of Ryan's music.
Trash.
Bee's music's trash, as they said. That's what I heard.
Whoa. Shots are being fired.
Bees, I guess you're not going through the national.
Beeves will be on in the 3 o'clock hour to defend himself.
That's right. To defend himself. Then we'll make it an affirmative answer. This is a big putt here for par though for Bubba.
Bubba's walkout music has to be something like slightly experimental or. Okay.
What's that
I don't
band
know
that
that
used
I'd
to
go
go
with
to Athens all the time? That like
That narrows it down.
they're like a festival band, like a jam band.
Widespread Panic?
Yes.
They're from Athens.
He
they
would
don't
come
go
down
there.
He would come out to a Widespread Panic song for sure.
I don't know. It's a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Alex, with the CBD thing, it might be fish.
Beeves.
Beeves, a member of Beeves' band plays for
Who,
Widespread
Bentley?
Panic.
Really?
Like one time?
Which set? Don't they have like 3 or 4 drummers on stage at a time?
I'm not a panic head, so I don't.
Whenever they were on tour in '95, he's a little.
In 95,
Oh, okay.
because they can't hear you, Beeves. The people at home
95.
can't hear you.
Brooks comes out to some bully music, like I'm gonna stuff you in a locker, nerd. Music.
Bryson too. Bryson's coming
No,
out to
Bryson's in the locker.
Bryson before he beefed up. Now he's like the overzealous kid.
Bryson's he blinded me with science.
Science. Oh man.
I think Bryson's still in the locker.
Oh, he might
No,
be.
Bryson got a double bogey.
Lee, way out Westwood, perchance.
So we're
Or
still
go
watching
west.
We're watching featured groups
We're
right
watching
here.
featured groups. We're going to
Right.
switch over in the 3 o'clock hour. I don't know why Lee Westwood is still
Center of the
featured.
green, spin it left, right.
Yep, that's what you do. Get it down there about 4 feet.
That's gonna be real nice.
That's gonna miss low.
Settle.
Pretty close. All right, so I got a couple of stories about this. But
All right.
I'm gonna start off with the
Is it about golf this time?
yes, and about the Augusta National.
It's a wrestling show.
So, and I'm gonna sound like really spoiled for a second, but I'm not. I'm just fortunate and lucky, really.
Unless we're talking about playing the course.
I've been able to go to the tournament a lot of times.
Right.
A lot of times. And for a number of years, and I mean, it was 10, 11, 12 years in a row, I got Sunday tickets every year. And was, again, fortunate enough to be able to do that and go out and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd remembered from when I was a kid, my dad was a gallery guard on number 14 when I was a kid. And I'd remembered from back then that people would always talk about the best place to watch golf, if you're on the golf course,
Bad miss.
was at 16.
Yeah, you see 15 tee, 17 or 15 green, tee, 17 tee, and all of
6
16.
green, 7 green, tee shots on 17. You hear everything that goes on 13. Like, it is really a phenomenon. It's the best place on the golf course.
Right, if you're camping, yeah.
And I even have, and I'll pull the pictures up and show you later, but I have 2 photos of myself and a friend of mine, 2 different years, from the camera shot, from like them filming people on 15 green, and we are in the back shot of it, sitting in the observation stands. So after years of doing this, and I mean, I sit in the exact same spot every single year. You have to get there by a certain time of day, otherwise it gets filled up and you can't.
Right.
There are these seats where if you get up and you're gone for more than 10 minutes, they give your seats to somebody else. Like they'll allow you to go to the bathroom or go for a beer break or whatever, but you've got to get back to those seats. So we're sitting there and it's about 11:30-ish, and like the first group of golfers is starting to come down 15, and because we're way around the back 9, we don't see anybody. And we're sitting there, and there's a few people in the stands, and this father-son combo walks right up in front, and you can see them eyeing the seats around us, and I hear them talking to each other, and they're like, oh, this looks like a pretty good spot. Why don't we sit here for a few minutes? And then I think it was the dad, like, turned around and looked, and I'm like, well, they're not even playing this hole. Why would we sit here, And I looked at them both, and I said, y'all's first time here? And they said, yeah. I said, do yourself a favor and sit down. Like, trust me.
Right.
They sit right behind us, and the golfers start coming through, and they start coming through. And I start explaining to them, like, okay, here's my binoculars. Look over here, and you can see them putting on number 6 green. Or, look through the binoculars. You can watch them hit their tee shots on 17. Look through the binoculars. You can see up 15 green and watch the second shots coming in. So there's so much golf going on. And back up real. So before the golfers get there, before the first groups come through, and I can't what they call them now, Securitas. It used to be Pinkertons.
Yeah.
The security out there.
Yeah.
They would actually come down to this end of the grandstand and have a discussion with you. The whole group of people sitting in this one section, because you've got to be aware. You can't go cheering for somebody making a putt on 16 when there's some guy on 15 green, getting ready
Lining
to
up
make
a putt.
Like, you've got to be
Right.
aware of what's going on, and they give you a 15-minute spiel about this, and I mean they're very strict about it. And I have seen them kick people out.
Right.
So anyway, so maybe half the field comes through, and it's 2:00 in the afternoon or something, and all of a sudden I feel a hand on my shoulder, pat my shoulder, and says, "Hey man, thank you so much for making us sit here. Like, this has been absolutely amazing." And they end up sitting there throughout the rest of the end of the tournament with us and hanging out. Turns out the guy, the son, is one of the guys that had won the Amazing Race, the show that year. And this was his dad's bucket list thing to do, was to come to the Masters on a Sunday.
And he brought him.
He spent like $10,000 on the tickets.
I believe it.
Like, just unbelievable. And they had such a great experience by just sitting in that one spot. They didn't go anywhere else on the golf course. They sat in that one spot, and that's what I think. Go back to the grandstands or the observation stands thing. You miss so much with those not being there.
Yeah.
As a spectator.
But they'll be back, I think, next year. So it's the top of the hour, so we're going to do a little quick break. And once we get back from that, I think Beeves and Ethan are going to play a little music. So we'll clear a little space for them, and we'll find out if Beeves is worth all this shit he's been talking for the past hour. And I think Miss Amy's leaving. So Amy, why don't you come over and wave goodbye for everybody? She's got to go to work. She's working a hospitality house. So Amy, thank you so much.
Good job, Amy.
We appreciate the drinks.
Thanks,
They were very
Amy.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you guys soon. So handle your business, pay that bills over there, Bash.
What's Trash playing?
Hi, I'm Nancy Powell, broker and CEO of Powell & Associates, located right here in Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters, a tradition unlike any other. Just like the Masters, Powell & Associates is unlike any other real estate brokerage in the CSRA. We combine tradition with innovation to bring our clients the very best in service. So if you're looking to buy or sell today in the CSRA, give us a call. We're Powell & Associates. We're principled, professional, and personal.
Wow, what an unforgettable swing. Just like Augusta's first canned cocktail, the Dirty Girl Transfusion. This ready-to-drink cocktail in a can is made with vodka, grape juice, and ginger ale, which makes it perfect for a hot day on the course. If your caddy doesn't have Dirty Girl, it's time for a new one.
I would say one song right at the top. We talk and we do another.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We'll do two then. That's perfect.
And I will take this opportunity. I'm going to put ESPN on.
Yeah, they should be on broadcast.
I'll keep the featured pairings in the background for in case they go to commercial.
Yeah.
I don't know how Chris was doing his YouTube yesterday. So.
Yeah. So we got some guests that have been over there hanging. The one on the other side here is Beeves. He's the one who's been calling Victor Hovland trash all day.
Yep,
This is my good buddy Ethan
trash.
Stallings.
Victor's
We're going to
trash.
talk about, we're going to see what kind of trash. So they're going to play a little music. So they're in a local band called Pure Indigo. They play around town a good bit. I've seen them out. They're the real deal. So let's see what you guys got.
We're going to do a cover by Maroon 5.
Side mic.
Side of mic. Do like this right here.
I think so. Is that
Like-
better?
I know. Sunday morning rain is falling. Still some covers shed some skin. Clouds distracting us in moments unforgettable. It's rehearsed to fit the mold I am in. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it will lead me back to you. That someday it will lead me back to you. It may be all I need. In darkness she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Fingers trace your every outline. Yeah, 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 yeah. Paint a picture with my hand. Back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Change of weather, still together when it ends. And that may be all I need. In darkness she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Come on. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. Sunday morning rain is falling and I'm calling to you. Say that someday it will lead me back to you. Yeah, that someday it will lead me back to you. That may be all I need. In darkness she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave it. Hey, and that may be all I need. In darkness she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave.
That's what's up. I'll sing a little harmony off microphone.
I heard that. I heard it. Man, Ryan.
What about me?
I
Sound good, man.
had you muted, Ryan. Sorry.
Good. You have me muted now, or you had me muted?
I had you muted the
He
whole
was
time.
killing those harmonies, though. I'm not
Amateur hour over there.
Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows.
The production of this thing is just dropping off drastically right now.
Andrew Story would like to say that Josh, it's time for a haircut.
That's my brother, so.
He
Tell my
can
brother it's time for him.
just shut up.
Yeah.
We'll just move past that. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, and my
cool,
mom
cool.
says hi.
Well, hello. So Brooks,
Yeah.
Brooks finished up with a 2 over 74. So let's do a little quick rundown of the leaderboard here. Matsuyama's 3 under, Harmon's 3 under, Leishman's 3 under, Webb Simpson's 2 under, and Zalatoris is 2 under. So, I think I predicted that the leading score today would be a 68. So I need somebody to go low in the afternoon. Rory's 4 over, playing 16. It's not looking good for Rory.
No. Leishman is who I had to win the whole tournament.
You picked Leishman before the tournament?
Yeah.
Man. The Australian, the tall, burly Australian.
He's so good, man. He's so good.
Ethan, don't be afraid to talk.
I don't know anything about golf, man.
That's cool. You're here to play. You're here to look good and play guitar.
That's all I'm doing. That's it.
That's right. That's all I'm focused on. So the Leishman here is whipping it around the corner on 10. Looks like he overcooked his drive off the tee.
Go Leishman.
Man, that Leishman is the GOAT.
Daniel, you want to take your seat back? You can if you want to.
Oh, I'm good.
No.
Chill with us, bro.
I'm just watching you sitting in the background of the broadcast, casually drinking and watching golf.
That's exactly right. That's how
you have a cool name. Like names have been a big topic of conversation today.
Man.
Baby Ethan.
Yeah.
Hey Ethan.
It's good to meet you.
I'm Dan.
Dan. It's about
Dan the man.
Dan. That sounds better.
Beeves, did you hear that?
helps.
Did you hear that? Buff said it wasn't trash. He'll tell you that.
I appreciate
Talking about
it.
your singing.
I appreciate it.
It sounded very nice.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. So you got any shows coming up tonight or this weekend?
Yeah, so tomorrow we're playing at Garden City.
On Saturday? Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
My days run together, man. COVID's still real.
Saturday we're at Soleil.
Okay.
Sunday we're at Stay Social.
Okay. Have y'all done any private gigs this week or anything? Like playing in some hospitality houses or anything?
Not this week. Just kind of been chilling, getting ready for these. These next shows this weekend are pretty big. So.
Word. I thought I saw you last night at Susto. I didn't see you.
I was at Susto, but it wasn't super long.
Oh, okay. And I saw you and I saw Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew's the drummer. Is East still in protocol, lockdown protocol?
Well, no.
Balducci?
He was coming out. He just came after Susto had been done for like 30 minutes, so he was there. He attended.
Typical rock and roller, man.
But as we were leaving, he pulled up right on us. So
well, there you go.
Another big event that we're promoting is next Saturday, the 17th.
Okay.
Southbound 2.
Okay. Pure Indigo's next Saturday. So if you're local and you're listening to this next Saturday, the 17th, check them out down there, Southbound 2, which is in North Augustus on the riverside. We'll be outside in the beer garden.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good time. I've seen them play there. It was a good time. Bash, you want to say something, which is normal.
Are we going to talk about the album that Pure Indigo's working on?
Yes.
I mean, that's up for them to talk about.
We really have like 3 songs in the work right now.
Yeah, so like last time we had like
talking to the microphone, soft voice.
Last time we were on here, we had a song. I think now we have like 3 or 4.
Hey.
They're all either skeletons of songs, and they're
work in progress.
Right.
So I'll tell you both a funny story. Last night I went and saw Susto. So Susto's a band out of Charleston.
Good stuff.
They're a good band. They're on the up and up. And as we're talking about golf, they were here for this golf week, tournament week. And last night, this extremely, extremely attractive woman walks up to me, and she taps me on the shoulder, and she goes, "Are they gonna play any classics?" And I was like,
"What do you consider classics?"
I was like, this is a band called Susto. They're out of Charleston. Yeah, I don't know any of these songs. I was like, well, they're playing their own songs. So because they're not a cover band like a band that I would be in, or like you guys have been so far. They're playing popular music that they want to know. She's like, I really wish that they would play something I know. And I looked her right in the face and I said, I tell you what. Walk down there, tap Justin on the shoulder if you can get to him, and say, "Can you play a song that I know?" And let's see how long you remain at Southbound 2.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, yeah. Hey, my name's Chin. Me and my buddy Phil Lee Jr. used to always joke. Right. There's always if you ever want to learn a song, there's always some guy from like China or Japan or Korea that learns the song. It's like, okay, so this is how you play Wonderwall, and he teaches you how to play it. It's just great. We used to joke about that all the time.
Yeah.
Wonderwall, man, what a great song.
Yeah, not really.
I wish, whatever, dude. Don't hate.
Leishman got a bogey, guys.
Well, the song is overplayed. Doesn't make it overrated.
It's overrated.
Hey, Oasis is the shit.
Oasis is good, but I think that song is overrated.
So their most famous song. Reminds you,
there's no gray area with
It's a lot of the same opinion. Trash.
So it's a skinnier, redheaded version of me.
I mean, okay, how about this? How about
That's
this?
all right.
What do you think of Jumper by Third Eye Blind?
That's
See?
as overplayed as the other one.
Ryan, I know you were there for that show in 1998.
Okay.
When Third Eye Blind played the field at Fort Gordon.
I know that I wasn't there.
Are you familiar with that concert there?
Yeah,
that was
crazy.
the end of summer,
right, out of control.
There had to have been 20,000 people there.
That was pretty nuts. I was at the show at the. I don't remember if it was in my high school years, and I'm sad to say that I don't remember because we was drinking. But we went and saw Creed.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes.
Creed.
And Creed was
at the Civic Center.
The Civic Center.
Yeah,
and
for
one of my
sure.
buddies. 97, 98.
Man, Creed is amazing.
In their prime.
That's
right?
before they went like crazy.
You know he does solo stuff now.
Yeah, that was before he saved himself from drowning.
And he stood up and spun around like Jesus.
Do
I like that album though. That album was fire.
Emily Yates.
The first album was great.
My Own Prison.
Does anybody know?
It's talking to the microphone.
Does anybody know?
Do we know
Emily Yates?
Emily Yates?
No, I don't know who that is.
She does not like you guys dissing Oasis.
Number one, Emily.
I didn't even know if I was allowed to say
The
that.
only person up here that's dissing Oasis is Beeves.
Well,
I'm sorry, Emily.
Well, Emily's favorite artist is Weird Al Yankovic, so just go ahead and put.
Yeah.
I know one
put
thing.
the comments in
Makes
perspective,
sense.
and I love Weird Al. It's just strange for that
The
to
brothers
be on the
Gallagher-
top of the mountain.
The brothers Gallagher could do no wrong as far as I'm concerned.
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah. What else? What's she got to say about Weird Al?
Oh, Eagle,
Rose Eagle.
Justin Rose.
We need
Shots.
shots.
That's a shot.
We need shots. Who wants to pour them up?
Somebody's pouring shots.
Chris, we need shots. We need at least.
We want E shots.
No, we just need an A shot, not a shot of the day.
What's up, bud?
Well,
No, Ryan, check out that drive, man.
we
That
just had
drive was
an
wild.
we just had an Eagle, so we just got to do a shot. Pick any of the second cities.
Beef is
who
dialed in. That
Looked like it was Justin-
Justin
looked like it was
Rose.
Justin Rose.
got the eagle.
I think
Now we got
yeah.
Creed in our head.
Golly, man,
I'm
that song
6 feet
rules.
from the edge, and
Oh
I'm
my
thinking.
God. Yes,
Let's do it.
please.
No, we're not playing Creed.
Arms wide open.
The only song we're allowed to
If y'all
play from the
get us
90s
taken
is,
down,
is
I'll be pissed.
Bush's Glycerine.
You become a dad of like a
Glycerine,
son,
dude.
and you listen to these Creed songs that are about his kid, and you're like, oh my God.
Hey, I was raised on Creed. I
Yeah.
literally was.
You know what song
Dude,
we
that
should
was
do?
What?
my
We should,
Low-key Christian
we
rock
should do some
band,
Blink-182.
low-key,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
like Switchfoot.
But like doing drugs too.
I mean,
Yes,
ask for
I
forgiveness.
love Jesus, but
We're
I do
all
drugs
sinners,
too.
my man.
They were like, yeah, we'll reference Jesus.
That's like. Did you hear my story earlier when I told a ref what was up, and
Yeah, I love
and
that story,
I got
man.
kicked out of a church
Reminded
league
me of
game?
myself as a child, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Reminded me of myself as of like
Ryan's
5
like,
years ago.
Yeah, Ryan's
young
like, this
adult,
reminds me
yeah.
of myself as a young man.
Sometimes
Oh, here we go. We're just alcohol abuse over there.
sometimes you have to save yourself from drowning.
I'm sure it's from Second City as one of our sponsors. Thank you, Second
Staff.
City.
Some whiskey.
All right, so
It's not Fireball. It is cinnamon. It is
one
cinnamon
of
flavor.
I have bad experiences with Fireball.
Well,
so
you're about
this
to
is
have a
better.
great experience with this. What's this called? Second City's what?
This is their cinnamon moonshine.
Cinnamon moonshine.
We're gonna try this. We're gonna try
It's
this. guy.
rabbit spit.
Yeah, we had it yesterday. It's good. The other one was better than this one, but
Justin
this was
Rose,
good too.
Justin Rose Eagle.
yeah.
Yeah,
here's
the
to
other one was
Scott
great. Hey, cheers to Scott Stapp and Justin Rose for making us drink this.
Here's to Leishman for winning.
Kid Rock.
God, it tastes like
Rabbit spit.
liquid coffee cake.
It does taste like
One of
coffee cake.
so this is
real fast.
this is a deep
Good thing I have transfusion to wash this down.
this is a deep internet cut. Do y'all remember
Beefs
the
can't
actor
handle the shot.
Jamie Kennedy? He was in like Malibu's
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
Wanted.
He was- and he was-
he in The Mask? Did he play in The Mask? Is that him?
Was he like a
Maybe I'm thinking of another
Jamie
guy.
Kennedy was the one.
He did like a sequel to it, I think.
Jamie Malibu's Most Wanted.
Right.
Yeah, where he
was-
pretended to be
so
a
anyway,
rapper.
So in the late '90s, I think FX or somebody gave him a
We're
prank
keeping
show.
things professional here, Beefs.
And one of his pranks that he did was he convinced this whole like Daytona Beach that Creed was going to play a secret show at like this
no.
like Senior Frogs like Club La Vila style thing on the
Oh,
beach.
no.
So like he had spread this rumor that Creed was playing. And so like the crowd started showing up over hours and hours and hours, and they started
This
waiting.
is Jamie Kennedy,
and you
a
see him out
90s
there, and they're going
mildly
Creed,
proper.
Creed, and the curtain drops, and it's just him dressed up as a folk singer with a banjo, and he goes, "Hey, I'm Chris Creed." You know, some people say I play folk music, but I play music for the folks. And he starts, and
Oh,
it, like,
no.
it's a
Did everybody
classic.
enjoy it?
It was like MTV Beach House scene kind of thing.
Oh no.
That's
Hey, I'm Chris Creed.
yeah, hey, I'm Chris Creed. And everybody's like, oh, and like that was back when like dudes had belly button rings and it was fine.
I don't know that
Do you
that's ever
remember
been
like
the
that
case.
was the part of the '90s?
It wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun.
very
It was-
distilling.
it wasn't fun. It just happened.
Remember the sun? Remember the
happened.
sun around the belly button?
I remember that on women. Never. Muscular guys.
For a brief moment,
I've seen
that was
photos
fine.
of sons
Muscular
tatted
guys.
around
Muscular
belly
guys.
buttons.
Yeah, I'll give you muscular
So
guys.
also like small of the back, like not small, but like in between your shoulder blades.
Yeah,
that
right.
was cool. And it was only like a 6 or 9 month period where like
It was cool.
How many of those do you think are regretted today?
All of them.
Oh, that's
Every last
100%.
one of them.
Absolutely none of them. I would
100%
get
are
them
They don't
all.
even exist. They got them
Yeah.
removed for sure.
Tribal.
Dustin Johnson.
Tribal tattoos are out of fashion.
Dustin-
Let's see the tats, fellas. I know you got them.
Hey, Dustin Johnson on 17, 1 foot in the bunker for birdie.
They call that the Captain Morgan shot.
Yeah.
Nice little lag. He should be able to make
People are like,
par.
"Is that a squirrel hand?"
Oh, that was for birdie. That was for birdie.
Doesn't even
That
look
was
like a
for birdie,
squirrel.
yeah.
Is that a beaver print?
They won't call it a. Yeah, that's right here.
It's a beaver print.
Will you go show that to the camera? Will you go move up to the camera and show that?
It's
Will
clearly,
I?
It's clearly,
No,
it's clearly,
it's highly embarrassing.
it's clearly a bear claw.
I have
It's a
birds
squirrel.
on my chest.
Oh,
I have birds on my chest, and they say bird chest. So I mean,
Leishman.
Yes.
Leishman bogeys 11. Leishman bogeys 11. Your boy's falling back, Beeves.
no.
Oh,
Leishman's still gonna
no.
win, bro. I don't care.
I'm just telling you he's falling back. That's all I'm saying.
You're
What about
falling
this
back.
guy Zalatoris?
Not true.
Not true.
What about this Zalatoris
Young
guy?
kid. He's like 24.
Oh,
What about? So this is the first time I've ever
Golly.
seen the 22-year-old who's playing from USA. Starfussy?
Oh, he's the amateur.
Strafasi?
Yeah, he's like 8 over, bro.
Strafecki, yeah, he's had a tough
But
time.
it said from the USA. I wonder.
Yeah, he's
like,
the amateur from the U.S. He won the U.S. amateur champ.
He played at Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, but like.
Oh, represent. Not well, but represent.
Oh, bunker.
I mean, if
Trash.
you're there, you're representing. Trash. Hey, listen, you
Trash.
need to watch out. You got those jeans out of the trash. Look at those things.
Actually, I was weed eating my yard. I was weed eating my
Got
yard.
a little too tight. Got a little too close.
And
But-
I heard a bird above me, so I was like,
But honestly, the deal is though,
Is
if
that
you're
what
a front
inspired
man,
the
if you're a
tattoos?
musician, and in particular, if you're a front man, you can get away with absolute murder.
I appreciate it.
You can get away with
Look,
absolute murder.
My buddy Gabe was telling me that last night. He was like, somebody was telling me, man, your shirt, is that a women's shirt? I was like, man, I wear women's shirts all the time. Like, I have a red and orange corduroy shirt that somebody gave me. It's like this, it's like that long.
Dude.
It's definitely a women's shirt.
If-
Like,
Is it
even as a-
longer? Is it longer than the
If you are a
Umbro shorts I saw you
musician,
praying?
You can
Yeah.
do anything you want.
And check this out. And he was like,
Never
he's like-
again,
he's
dude.
like, bro, you're a rock star. Just wear whatever
You're a
you
rock
want."
star. You can do whatever. You got an earring like Deion Sanders.
I just ordered 9 more pair, and they'll be here. Bro, one of them has a butterfly on it.
All right.
Why are you telling me that?
Times.
Of jeans?
This is my shirt.
Times.
This is my shirt.
Times.
Let's do a song.
Let Ryan say what he wants.
Hold on. I think Rockstar might be a little far for right now. Let's let an album come out.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Let's let the boys find themselves.
Dan the man says otherwise.
I don't know. I feel like I can.
Is Ware
I feel
Stewart
like
gonna
I can
sponsor
see-
Pure
I can
Indigo?
see-
We're more
Abs-
rock star than
absolutely.
the average person.
No, it almost
You
went
said
in.
Weird Stewart is going to sponsor Pure Indigo?
Yeah, we can sponsor. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll do some
on the
artwork,
record.
some posters.
Let's do it.
Some posters. Watch
Yeah.
out. We're signing it
We
up.
have a graphic design dude who kills posters. I'll show you some after this.
I
Yeah,
think
please do.
Their graphic designer is probably better than yours. Unless I
man.
know
I'm
him.
just going
We
to show
got some
you.
good. We got some good ones.
Shout out Joseph Martin.
Oh, I do know Joseph Martin.
Yeah, I've
I
known
know
him for
that
like years and years and years.
All right,
and
are you
years
going to
and
play
years.
another song?
Let's do
another
What do you want to do? What you going to do?
We did. Which one do you want to do? Let's not do a slow one. Let's do some Dave.
Yeah, don't do anything slow.
Let's do Dave.
Slow's for the birds.
Yes, DMG, come on.
Some Dave. Chris is a fan, evidently.
Lee Roth, right?
David Lee Roth.
We did this one. We did this one on the podcast, but we love this song a lot, so we're gonna do it.
Beeves. What band is David Lee Roth in?
again. David Lee Roth.
Come on now.
He doesn't know.
Beeves.
There's no way he knows.
He's looking at you know. I know you know.
David Lee Roth.
He was the lead singer for which incredibly famous band?
I'm asking you.
I know the answer.
I know the answer too. I'm just asking you.
You don't know the answer. You're
What's the
easy.
answer?
Is it
What's the
Van
answer?
Halen?
What's the answer?
Rogue revoked.
Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, geez.
He's in Van Halen. Yeah. All right. On that note, everybody.
R.I.P. EVH.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen. Yeah. Here's some more Pure Indigo right here. Two
Yeah, good
boys from
call.
Pure Indigo making it happen.
I say my hell is the closet I'm stuck inside. Can't see the light. In my heaven is a nice house in the sky. Got something to eat there, and I'm alright. Yeah. Can't see the light. Keep it locked up inside. Don't talk about it. To talk about the weather. Yeah. Can't see the light. Open up my head. Don't let me out. A little bit. Cause here we have been standing for a long, long time. treading trotting trails for a long, long time. I say my hell is the closet I'm stuck inside. Can't see the light. And my heaven is a nice house in the sky. Got to be there, and I'm alright. Cause here we have been standing for a long, long time. We're treading, trotting trails for a long, long time, 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 time. Sometimes it's easy to be myself, but sometimes I find it's better to be somebody else. Come on, I see you young and soft, oh little baby, little feet, little hands, little feet, little hands, little baby. When you were crying and your words keep up inside, deep into your mind, yeah. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. 'Cause here we have been standing for a long, long time. We're treading, trotting trails for a long, long time, 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 time. Sometimes it's easy to be myself, but sometimes I find it's better to be somebody else. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. I said so much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. Oh, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. Open up my head, don't let me out. A little baby.
Yeah, that sounded good, man. I've seen that band at least 12 times.
They're amazing.
I remember all 12 by the grace of God.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You remember all 12? Every last 12?
All 12.
Every last 12.
My favorite one I ever saw was they played in Charlotte the week before they were playing live in Central Park, and so they played.
Really?
They were getting ready for that.
Yeah.
So they played the exact set.
That's dope.
With the way they did Crush and everything was killer.
Ants marching and all that.
All of it, killer.
That's dope, man.
I was feeling that shot in my chest the whole time I was singing Dave.
I saw them on an album tour for their last album that they released.
good.
Yeah.
And then I saw them like 2 years ago.
Two great shots. John Rahm's tight on 17, boys and girls.
John Rahm's a good golfer, man.
Oh, that was
like
not
John.
actually that great of a shot.
Oh no, that one's rolling off. But that's John Rahm's the other one.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, that's John Rahm's.
John Rahm's feeling it. He's going for it.
Oh,
That's Xander Falafel.
law.
What does John Rahm come out to? Something Spanish, something.
Like some Santana,
I think
maybe?
he comes out to something
I
Puss
think
in Boots from Shrek.
I think he comes out to
No.
Or
He could,
Zorro,
maybe,
Zorro, yeah.
maybe La Esta Bonita by Madonna.
Oh, okay.
well, what do you think? Did you already talk about Leishman's walkout song?
We haven't talked about Leash. He's from
for it.
Australia, so he's got to come up with something pretty cool.
Keith Urban?
Pure Indigo.
Pure, yeah.
Plug.
So the only Spanish
say, like,
song that
I
I
come
know
from
is
the land down
this
under?
song called Una Palabra,
Okay.
and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful song. He would come out to that. It was in the movie Man on Fire with Denzel Washington.
Man on Fire is a good movie.
Yeah, the remake of Man on Fire, which is way better than the
The
original.
young white ginger Denzel.
That's got to settle.
JT.
I call myself the young white Ginger Denzel.
That's okay.
That's bold.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
That's a way better band name than Pure Indigo.
Young White Ginger.
Denzel.
Dude, Young White Ginger is not a bad band name. If we're being honest, we leave the Denzel part out, but
That's
Young
kind of
White Ginger is
That's
not
kind of
a bad
like
band
a sister band to Fine Young Cannibals.
They don't know nothing about that, dude. That's old school.
That's very
Look
old
at
school.
this shot.
If y'all learned some Fine Young Cannibals and just busted that out, just like as an encore after your own stuff, that'd be amazing.
Their one big hit would be a fun song for y'all to play.
What
That's
is
like
it?
a witch doctor.
It's the one that's got it's a "We'll
Trickle,
kick your
trickle.
ass" is the big line.
Oh man, that's New Radicals.
Is that the New Radicals?
Yes.
New Radicals.
New Radicals would be a great song. That would be a great one then.
Hey, once
They do
again,
that.
y'all come see us tomorrow night for real.
Yeah, tomorrow you guys are gonna be at Garden City Social. It's
That's
on
gonna be
Broad
a really,
Street.
That's gonna be a really good one.
And then Friday you're playing where?
No, Friday. Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday you're gonna be at Garden City Social. Saturday you're playing where?
Soleil.
Soleil, which is also
They're all
downtown.
late nights except for Sunday. Sunday is early. That's at 4 p.m.
And that's in Evans, right? Stay Social. Yeah,
I'll be
out
at
in
that.
Evans. So
I'll be
It's just a trio. It'll be Ethan Balducci, Ethan Stallings, and I.
okay. So no drums. You told Andrew to stay home.
Well, Andrew's working. He's working the Masters.
Oh, okay. Word.
All right, cool. I just bought YoungWhiteGingerDenzel.com.
I appreciate it.
I got
just-
you over a barrel. How much
I
you
got
want?
you. How much you want for it? How much you
yeah.
want for it?
Is it on?
But Daniel, you're sponsoring these guys. Don't you want to support them in that way?
That's true. I might just gift that.
Might be a gift.
look.
Might be a benevolent gift.
Deal is the next line of Pure Indigo merch. We have to make a shirt that says the Frozen the Flows, and then we're gonna make one that says Young White Ginger Denzel.
Oh my gosh! Don't do that. It would not go as well as you
please
think
don't
it
do
will.
that.
Ethan's over here. Ethan's over here. Like, "That's not a good
You're
idea."
gonna want to do pre-sales
All
on
of
that
our-
album
want to
to
do
see if it's popular.
pre-sales. If anybody wants it.
our first shout out to our first round of merch, man. All that was gone within the first 20 minutes at our show that we had it at.
That's what's up. Yeah, merch is the way to make some money.
It turned out so good.
Bryson's,
I want to hear that. What's the story behind the band name?
It's a vibe, bro. It's just a vibe.
I'm pretty sure it's a weed strain.
No, that's
Is it?
We almost
I've been
Because
told that.
It was like Alaskan Thunderfoot. And
I've
Northern
been told that it's
Lights
a strain of weed. Pure Indigo is a strain of weed.
it is now.
I mean, it can be. I mean,
It absolutely is. You can call it whatever you want.
It
Yeah.
can be.
oh, it can be.
If you
You
think that,
should have named the band after a strand of gas station
How about
trucker
Pure
speed.
Indica.
Into what?
Pure Indica.
So what's
What is
up?
that?
What,
A type of weed.
so what is Pure Indigo? What's it? Is it named after that?
No. I told these guys this and
Just do it. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Go.
I was working and it just kind of hit me. I love the color blue, so like all shades of blue I just love.
Okay.
But then I'm a huge fan of Chris Brown as well, and just the way his
Makes no
vocal
sense.
just the way his vocal flow.
Right.
And he just came out with.
But not how he beats his women.
Team Rihanna.
No. And yeah, Team Rihanna on that.
Hashtag.
So he's got an album called Indigo.
Okay.
And I love every song on the album, and it just kind of, I guess maybe that was in my head when I was naming the
That's what's up.
band. But
I can get with that.
Not everybody's all that interested in singing and dancing anymore. And I feel like he was one of the last,
so
like,
good,
I'm going to
man.
sing and I'm going to dance.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
because that's
I'm
important.
for that because first off, let's see what Rom does with this birdie putt.
Look at that
Gonna
spin.
leave-
It's like, I
He's
mean,
gonna
it's
leave it short.
like,
Leave it short.
it's like James Brown.
He doesn't
I mean,
want
you can't have one without the other.
He'd be
Right,
so like
right.
a full.
But my opinion of that is that when I was in high school, and early part of college, like the dancing overweighted the talent. Like if you could dance and you looked good, it was more important than actually
Tell me
being able to
about it.
write a damn song or sound good. Because no offense, Justin Timberlake is baller. The rest of the Backstreet Boys are
Justin
all
Timberlake is
Team Britney. Golly, we are on the wrong side of
Dude,
all
JT's
of these.
hashtag free Britney. Hashtag free Britney.
100%.
I mean, I don't care about any of that, but I'm
Hashtag
saying like Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, all those bands that I had to, like, I was so pissed off because like when I was coming up, my parents lived through the 60s and 70s. You know, all of our older friends, you know, they had the
bad shot.
80s and the grunge. We get to school and I'm like, yeah, what's going to be hard to find anything? And it's
Latin explosion.
Backstreet's back, all right. And I'm
No,
like,
but-
God damn it. You know, this sucks.
That Ricky Martin was dancing. We had the Latin explosion. We had
was dancing?
Hell yeah, he was dancing.
that's right,
La
he
Vida
had-
Loca. Oh my God, we had Latin
La
explosion.
Vida
So we
Loca.
had Mark Anthony. Anthony?
Trash.
Anthony.
I think you were by Anthony.
Now I'm calling out trash.
Trash.
Dang.
I mean,
Ryan, you would have hated me in high school. I did a One
Who
Direction.
says I don't hate you now?
You did One Direction what?
I did a One Direction performance for the talent show.
Did you
All
win?
of that stuff, like I never got into any of it.
You want to talk about the generation gap? Because I did Ice Ice Baby.
Check this out. Look, the only worse thing than doing the One Direction song
I know you did.
was losing doing the One Direction song.
So I think we got the crowd favorite, but they had these like talent-based accolades
What
that
did you do?
had
What makes
to hit.
you beautiful?
Oh, of course we did.
Trash.
I'm
Trash.
Zane. I did Zane's part.
There's only one
Of course
band.
you did.
All right,
So, girl,
all right,
come on.
All right, there's only one band in that era, and they're not really in that era because they're a little before them that I will say and respect.
Ooh,
and
bad
that's
shot.
Boys to Men.
Ooh.
Although
Boys.
we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. I love it. I love it.
Oh, that young white ginger Giselle merch is going down.
It's moving up now. It's moving up in the world.
Boyz II Men came to the Bell Auditorium like 2 or 3 years ago.
I wanted
Went
to see him
song.
so bad.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We belong together,
I loved all that stuff from Philly, man.
and you know that I'm right. Yeah. Why do you play with- Man, that's a good song right there. For real.
You know what's weird? It's got to be weird for like my boomer parents to hear that coming from my
I wonder if I
bedroom.
get to use Boomer.
Well, they are. Man. They're 65.
Yeah, my parents
like,
are boomers too. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like you're in your room, you're like Boyz II Men is the most popular thing, and then all of a sudden, like muffled through the door, they hear.
What?
Do it.
Do it again. He wants
Do
you to
it
sing it
again.
again.
Although we've come to the end of
And mom's talking to dad. She's
What's going
like,
on?
What is going on in there? He's by himself.
He's by himself.
Daniel really loves
And
himself.
dad's like, he's 12. Leave him alone.
Hey, but listen though, Boyz II Men was the bee's knees, man, back in the day, because that was like the dance song when you went to dance.
The pillowcases.
I like
You can
Boyz II
sing
Men.
sure.
By the way,
Bash.
when In Vogue came on, In Vogue, oh my God, give
So
me
I'm a huge
break.
fan. I'm a huge fan of R&B.
Yes.
I have a EP out personally, and it's very indie R&B. So like if you listen to all my original stuff under Beeves, it's very like R&B, soulful, like mixed with some, I don't know. Check it out.
I love that. See, I like R&B.
You're an
It's
enigma,
something I
and
think
speaking of enigma, when enigma comes from the room too, when you're 12, that's extremely weird. You know about enigma?
Who doesn't?
Eastside, don't want boo 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 doo. You know it, Buff.
I don't know that.
You know Enigma, Buff.
I don't know that.
He don't know.
It's monks. It's monks. You know Enigma. Like
I don't know that.
They're monks, and they put out an album, and it's like kind of sensual.
So once
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't know it.
I discovered Usher at a really young age,
Okay.
and I just liked how he like. His
You
voice
remind
is-
me of.
Yeah, his voice is, and like, so shout out Stephen Bryant. Whenever we used to do some gigs at Top Dog before the band formed together, and every time we would do oh my gosh, Nice and Slow by Usher.
Yeah.
And people loved it because it was just acoustic and it was cool and vibey and stuff. It was, man, I love Usher. Usher's so good too.
Yeah, Usher's wicked talented, man. There's no doubt about that. I don't know.
He danced while he sang.
Usher's from Georgia.
He is. He's from the ATL.
Usher, baby.
We
What
lost
happened? This came undone.
There it is.
There it is.
What was
You're
that?
getting, hey,
This came
Buff.
undone.
Hey, hear me now. Believe me later. Tonight, go home to the old lady. Put on Enigma.
This came undone.
Oh, it's fine. It's it's for the headset.
Oh, okay.
You got to go through the middle. You don't need the headphones anymore. Oh, dude, I remember
Is that the
that.
song you were talking about?
I remember that now. Okay, yeah.
Light a candle, Buff.
We can't play it on there though. but I
Buff, you're
remember
gonna get
the-
us taken down, bro.
Yeah, Buff, you're gonna get us blocked.
No, you can't play with. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can play some.
All right.
You can play
They're
some
monks.
beats.
Hey, listen.
We're writing,
good. Like
we're-
if a monk sues you, they don't even know what lawyers are.
So,
There you go.
so the how about some
God, we
Enya
hit
though
all
back
the
in the day? How about
genres.
that?
You said what now?
Mark Leishman bogeyed 11, bro. He's falling to pieces.
He's not falling to pieces. Leave my guy alone, bro.
I'm not leaving. I'm not doing anything to him. He's just bogeying holes left and right.
Yeah. So my musical taste,
second
Beeves,
Third in a
comes
row.
from when I'm like 9 and my mom's newly single and she buys herself a 2-door Acura Legend and starts listening to like John Cicada and like Simply Red and remember Channel Z in Augusta? You remember Channel Z?
So you're saying that's
Remember
when
200
that's when you absorb.
Yeah,
your
and like
music.
the Pretty Woman soundtrack, like that's
Hey, that's good music, man.
it's her fault. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it's her fault that you have that good. Like people are like, let me, like you said earlier, let me hear a classic, let me hear an oldie. the oldies that you have are way different than the oldies somebody has 3 people down from you.
That's
So
true.
the fact that you took on those songs,
R&B.
R&B, man, R&B. I love me some R&B.
So it looks like we got 2 in the clubhouse right now with the 69 Matsuyama and then Harmon. We got some people playing. Patrick Reed, our favorite, Augusta.
Patrick Reed, the local
on
favorite.
16, 2 under, and then Shane Lowry. All right, I like that. I like some Shane Lowry now.
He's Irish, right?
And then I think he is from Ireland.
I'm pretty sure he's from
Ireland, yeah. And then Webb Simpson's in the house with the 70, so that's good.
I think Ryan Abel is the lost to Spice Girl.
What?
No, he's not because he hated the Spice Girls, except for Posh. She could take it.
Yeah.
What does
And
that
Baby.
mean?
He left.
You know,
the
everybody
Spice
was
Girls.
like, "Oh, Mel Gibson's in town shooting a movie," and I'm like, "That's not even my favorite Mel."
Who's your favorite Mel?
Scary Spice, man.
Scary
Mel B,
Spice,
son.
baby.
Wow.
That's not even my top 5 Mels.
He's
Dude,
not
that's-
even on the Mount Rushmore of Mels for me.
Bruh, all right.
Mel
listen.
B, Mel Brooks.
Ooh.
Mel
Y'all
Brooks
see,
is
y'all
what's
see
up.
this 4K shot that they just did? This pan? It was beautiful.
I don't
I
know.
don't think they're going to do it again.
They've got drones out there again, which is great.
Look at that.
That right there.
Wow.
Wow.
There's your boy right there, the amateur.
That's who I was asking about. He's not doing too well today?
Strafacey.
He was 8 over last I saw.
80. He'll bounce back tomorrow.
He'll bounce back with a smooth 78
He's
tomorrow.
not going to make the cut? Is he
And
going to make the
then,
cut?
no, not if he shot an
No.
80 today.
That's gonna be tough.
He's got to go under part of
This
it.
is for bogey. Dustin's trying to hit a bogey on 18. It looks like this will be for 73.
What does first place have? We can't see it on this angle.
First
It's
place is -3.
3 under, yeah.
So what's the cutoff again? 8
It's
over.
Oh
probably
my
gonna be
gosh.
8 over, 7 over. Oh, Dustin.
They won't know.
DJ.
We won't know the cutoff until tomorrow. So DJ's about to double 18. It looks like. Yeah, back away from that one, buddy. Think a minute.
Ryan, isn't the cut usually 10 plus the first place score?
Buff would know better than I, but it's usually 10 plus, or it's a number of. It's based.
DJ,
Top 55, yeah.
Top 55?
DJ got a rim job.
We saw so many people talking off microphone. What?
Right?
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
I was going to try to say something about the rim job. But I
Oh
think
well,
we're good.
you know, you win some, you lose some. For double bogey here
Double.
on 18. Well, he was dead off the tee on the right. So this, you
What is he
know,
sitting at right now before double?
he's even. So this is for a 74. Which isn't. I mean, if the leader's at 3 under, you're only talking about 5 strokes back. That's not crazy.
Only if you would have missed that guy. Oof. He's all over the mark.
Yeah, it's a little up and down day for Dustin for sure. But at least he had some ups though. And Lee Westwood and his other guy didn't have any ups.
DJ's playing with that dude with the weird last name.
The amateur.
Strafasi, yeah, whatever his name is.
Oh.
Here he is.
Bryson's got to pick himself
He's
up,
not been
man.
doing good
This
today.
is
What hole is this? Is this
trying
7?
hard
8.
personified.
All right.
And the thing is, he's so good.
So DeChambeau's about to try and go right over these bunkers right here on the right.
He's about to blast this thing.
Yeah, he is. He drives the ball, man.
This is going 300 yards.
Problem is, it's going to go more than 300, buddy.
320. I'm saying 320.
320? What's the over-under on this drive, guys?
Oh, that
So he
is bad
blocked it
news,
right,
my
but he's-
man.
Oh, maybe he just hit it far enough.
Oh, he's way far. He's in trouble.
Look at that roll, though.
He's
That
got to
friendly
chip
roll.
it. He's got to chip.
What's the yardage on that bad boy, though?
They didn't give you yardage. I have no idea, but it's out there. It's out. Yeah, it's hard to know. To fly the bunkers is like 315, I
My new
think.
favorite is Siwoo Kim.
I love Siwoo.
Who is Brian Harmon? Have we heard of him?
Yeah, Brian
Yeah,
Harmon went
Brian
to
Harmon.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Go Dogs.
Oh, shout out. Was he a family and consumer science?
So
I don't know.
Spieth
I don't know
is.
what his major
Harmon
was.
did well in the players, right?
Yeah.
He was like 600.
And he's
in the
one of my
players.
short kings. He's like under 5'8", too.
Yeah.
5'8", very...
You ever heard Short King's Anthem?
No.
I'm about to show you it. I'm tall, so I can't enjoy it as much as
No, good for you.
All right.
you're going to like it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do one now. Hey, so we're gonna throw it to some sponsors. We're gonna pay some bills. Hey, Beeves,
bills.
Ethan, thank you so much for coming and
appreciate
hanging
y'all.
out, man.
Thank
Appreciate it. This tomorrow night at
Garden City.
Garden City.
Saturday night at Soleil, Sunday afternoon at Stay Social in Evans, 4 o'clock. So check the boys out. Of course, they've got a Facebook page. They probably got all kind of stuff. Just do Pure Indigo.
Plug our Instagram.
What's your Instagram? You plug it yourself. You got a microphone.
Instagram is pure_indigo_official music.
There you go. There goes the Instagram. Find them on the gram. Hit that pay them bills, David. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Nancy Powell, broker and CEO of Powell & Associates, located right here in Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters, a tradition unlike any other. Just like the Masters, Powell & Associates is unlike any other real estate brokerage in the CSRA. We combine tradition with innovation to bring our clients the very best in service. So if you're looking to buy or sell today in the CSRA, give us a call. We're Powell & Associates. We're principled, professional, and personal.
It was an exhibition.
Yeah.
So you got a little static from like how hard.
Well, he
the
kind of
Jaguars
made a
were going?
comment. He kind of made a comment. He goes, "Well, this time they're calling timeout, trying to win." So people are like, well, "What is he supposed to do?"
All right. So we're here for our last about another 40 minutes or so. Get in.
Hey,
Was it an eagle? Was it an eagle?
P. Reed
Was it an
dunking
eagle?
it all over our faces.
Oh, all over the face. He heard us talking trash about him earlier, and by us, I mean me. But yeah, welcome to the.
He is like the slime on Ghostbusters 2.
Welcome
that gets
back,
bigger with the more negativity that's
All
around.
the negativity just makes him bigger.
Welcome back to the Bobby Jones Invitational Watch Party. Thank you guys so much for Augusta Podcast is getting this thing on. We're here in the Clubhouse in Augusta, Georgia. So we're watching the tournament as we go through, and we're telling some stories and having a good time. I'm here joined with my man Dip Mitras. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yes, that sounds good.
My man Daniel Stewart. The last name's a little trash. And then, of course, my good friend Buff Waters that I play golf with all the time. My name's Ryan Abel. We're just hanging out here watching the tournament. Somebody just piped one.
That was Spiethy.
Spieth put one down the chalk here. What hole is that? Is that 15? 7? Okay, so he's playing on the front. He just teed off at 2s. No way he can be playing 15, Ryan. You're a moron. So Reed's now tied for the lead. We got Reed, Matsuyama, and Harmon. Of course, Matsuyama and Harmon are in the clubhouse. Reed's going to be playing 18, so that was a great birdie putt on 17.
Don't you love Mickelson's glasses?
He looks like an undercover cop. Something happened.
He
looks like a federal agent with those glasses.
He does. By the way, if you drive around in Augusta this week and you see the guys that are buying and selling tickets, and like there's guys that don't take their cop glasses off, and you're like, dude, you're a cop.
Yeah, you're a cop.
Man. So is this tournament less this year because Tiger's not here?
No, I don't think so. And I mean, I'm not saying that.
I feel like it is.
I just,
But I don't have a chance to watch the Woo.
And I hope that he recovers.
You talking about Tiger? Dude, I love.
I hope he's able to come back and play or whatever. But I mean, I don't think that it's going to struggle.
There's not going to be like an asterisk by whoever wins. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Because Tiger's not there.
Yeah, but I think it hurts.
Not.
I think it hurts the tournament because Tiger's such a big deal.
So Tiger worldwide is responsible for an unreal percentage of the ratings for the tournament.
For sure.
He moves
the value of the tickets.
He moves the needle.
That don't get sold.
That is a 100% fact. He is a sports phenomenon that, like, and he's kind of up there with like Jordan and Brady and all that stuff. But you can make the argument that Tiger is on a level completely by himself for what he did for the sport overall.
Oh yeah,
I'm a huge Tiger guy. Like I said earlier, I cried a little bit when he hugged his son off the 18th green. Like, it's just
14 years after.
Huh?
Are you gonna cry now?
You want me to cry on demand?
I mean, I don't think we should pretend. I don't think we should pretend
it's a great
like
week.
It doesn't.
Listen, we got the tournament happening right now. We got WrestleMania this weekend. We have already identified that we share a connection on that.
Was way too much wrestle talk today, I think, and I loved wrestling back in the day. I'm not into it anymore, but that's just me. So we're on a commercial break right now on ESPN. Of course, Mercedes, IBM, and all these expensive sponsors who don't sponsor our show, so they can suck it.
Yeah, they can suck it. Come on.
Hey, so on the Tiger thing, real quick, did you see the breaking news that came out yesterday?
Oh, that he was driving like 80 miles an hour when he went over the curb.
The crash was
his speed.
Speeding. Yeah. Thanks for playing.
Can we talk about Rory McIlroy and why he's +4 right now?
Because he has no idea where his tee-ball is going right now.
Yeah, that's probably true. He never plays well on the first day of the Masters of the tournament. Never.
He said that earlier.
Last year he shot like a 75 to start, and then he stormed back.
So the last 4 years or so, his opening rounds in all majors have been horrible.
Right.
But before that, he gets off to fast starts sometimes. That's why he almost won in 11.
So Rory finished with a 76 4-over, so his day's done for the day. Bryson with an incredibly difficult lie here, it looks like, on the 8th. But only 185, so he's chipped out. He punched out. What do you think he's 185? What club do you think he's hitting?
Like a 9?
An 8-iron, 9-iron?
All right, so
that was probably a 9-iron.
So when you go to the beach and you're with a bunch of buddies and you got like coolers on the beach and you're hanging out and somebody brings a football and you're just tossing the footballs with the buddy, and then all of a sudden one guy just gets too aggressive and he'll
into it, has points to prove.
He goes too into it. He's running routes on the beach. He's
calling audibles at the line.
You.
Denver.
That's Bryson.
Yeah.
That's Bryson.
He's Bradley Cooper's character from Wedding Crashers. Crab cakes and football. Exactly. That's what Maryland does.
Ooh, that was a golf shot.
Sit down. Don't roll off. Good shot.
Good shot.
I have to say, Spieth's form is pretty good.
Man, Spieth's dialed back in. He's been playing well for the last month.
But okay, so the thing that he's done lately not well is finish. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did it last week, but for 3 or 4 months, he's actually been playing decent golf.
Right.
Going back to the middle of COVID, but he's not been able to play the weekend well.
People used to say that about Dustin Johnson.
John Rahm.
Y'all, you got to understand,
Bogey's
like,
18.
how hard is it to win a golf tournament? I mean, good grief. The line between the guys that can, and Dip and I were just talking about this before we came back. The line between these guys and guys that play the Korn Ferry Tour, like it's
not even close.
It's not. You think there's a huge difference?
To win out here versus on
Correct,
the Tour?
but in general, on any given Saturday, the skill level or whatever it is, like what is the extra component that it takes to perform consistent to be on the PGA Tour? To win?
Mental toughness.
Mental.
Mental, just that's it.
You are, and you can call that mental toughness, honestly, but it's how comfortable you are being in those situations. I mean, and you know, it's some of those guys have it, and some of those guys can go out there and on a Thursday, Friday, they can shoot 63, 65, and then walk out there Saturday, Sunday, and have the weight of the world on their shoulders.
Right,
as
blow
they
up.
sleep at night, and they they just cannot do it.
Well, that was like Abraham Answer last year in November. Like he came out, he was in the final group. He was like 2 strokes back or 3 strokes back, and like blew up, shot like a 79 on Sunday. Yeah, was nowhere to be seen. But sometimes it's like that.
The other thing about not commercial break, but we're kind of doing
interviewing DJ now.
But another thing that a lot of people don't think about, especially with PGA Tour guys, is the people, not the gallery that's following you, but the cameras and the announcer people that are walking behind you.
Yeah, the person on the course.
If you're not a DJ or a Speed or a Rom or all these guys that are used to it, have those people
right.
You're by yourself
following behind them. And I'll tell you a great example. And I'm sorry, Charles. We played junior golf together, and I appreciate what you've done on the PGA Tour. You've been incredible. Charles Howell III is an unbelievable golfer until you put a camera on him. As soon as he gets a camera behind him on any given shot, doesn't matter what it is, he starts to crumble. And if you've watched him over the last 15 years, you see that. You see him get into golf tournaments and get towards the lead. And as soon as they start putting cameras on him, because a lot of these people don't realize when you're watching TV, these cameras aren't hundreds of feet away. They're literally putting a camera down right behind you as you're hitting your golf shot. Like, can you imagine that?
But I think the good ones don't even know it's there.
That's what
they have no idea. They don't.
I would brush my teeth wrong if someone pulled a camera out.
Yeah. Right. So imagine trying to hit a golf ball.
But you say that
was one of the hardest things to do.
Right. Yeah. I think so. Flushing a golf ball is hard.
When they have that all the time right behind them, and they get used to it, they get comfortable with it, and they're able to perform with that.
God,
and that adds a whole other level. Like those Korn Ferry Tour guys, they don't have cameras out there.
That's
so
true.
They don't have any idea what that's like when you get out here. And Thursday, Friday, you can go out there and you can play your butt off and you can score well.
Early tee time or something.
Have no cameras on you, have nothing except for your name popping up on the ESPN scoreboard or whatever,
right?
Or the Golf Channel scoreboard. But then all of a sudden on Saturday, Sunday, you get cameras right behind you. Man,
so here's the question. Here's the question. Just because I want to see, we did this the other day when I was sitting around talking with Chris. Name for me the top 5 career money leaders in the PGA Tour. Just the PGA Tour. Name top 5. Number 1's easy.
Tiger.
120 million.
Yeah,
That's how much he's won.
The next person is like less than half.
No, it's Furyk. He's at 92 million. Phil Mickelson's 92 million.
And then it seems like Furyk is up there.
Jim Furyk is 3rd. I would have never in a million years guessed Jim Furyk was 3rd, but he's been doing it for so long.
Steady Eddie.
Number 4 is DJ.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
70. He's only $200,000 behind Furyk. And then number 5 is a tournament winner, Bobby Jones Invitational winner. But he's not somebody I would have thought of either. He won in 2000.
You guys will never guess this.
2000? Mm-hmm. Oh, Vijay Singh.
Vijay. Yeah. But the reason I bring this up is because Charles Howell III is 21st all time.
Yeah. He's made
all
a
time.
fortune out there.
ATM.
He has made a fortune.
$40,787,000 on the PGA Tour.
You must have that.
I don't know if he's ever won.
No, he has.
He's won like maybe 2 or 3.
He's 2 or 3. Yeah. But that's my point. Is
cut making machine.
It doesn't matter if you win or not. Like, you can make a fortune on the PGA Tour if you can do that.
I just thought it was crazy.
The drop off between 5 and 6 is pretty tough. like 71 million to 56 million.
Oh, you talking about that? I thought you were talking about the quality of
That
golf.
still buys a few burgers now.
I was like, Adam Scott's pretty special.
Okay.
56 million buys a few burgers.
Adam Scott was sixth.
That's more than I make in a
Now
year.
again, this is just PGA, so this isn't taking into account European Tour. So that's why there's no Rory. That's why there's no any of the some of the international players. So it wasn't talking about international European tours or anything that happens, in Japan or Africa or wherever.
Right. Stay up.
Those greens, they got those greens dry. They are dry.
What are we doing here? Why do you have to fill it all the way up?
Yeah.
Well, because there's a lot going on.
Do you like this little solo cup because it makes you feel like a giant?
Can I get a little more
I got a
transfusion?
buddy of mine. He drinks the.
Yeah, one of those would be great.
Yeah.
The little Diet Coke, little 6 ounce.
No, it's the beer. What beer is that?
It's a small beer.
Miller High Life. Miller High Life makes the little 8-ounce bottles.
Oh, the little bullets.
Oh, you made it.
That's not the cinnamon one.
Yeah.
So we sit at the poker table. It's like, you know why
So
I
it's
drink
an
these?
Arnold Palmer with some lemonade,
Yeah.
some tea, and vodka.
That's okay.
Ginger beer.
Wait, I missed
Okay.
all this.
Shane Lowry.
It'll be enjoyable.
Trash.
Sweet tea. It's an Arnold Palmer with
Here
a little
he
bit of
is.
ginger beer and a little bit of vodka.
Co-leader.
Let's see what Reed
This
does.
guy.
Reed's approach on 18.
This-
Nice little draw. That's looking good. Oh, we pulled it.
No.
That's going to,
I
well,
look like my shot on
All
nine.
the hate, all the
it's
local
pin
hate
side.
pushed
That's going to be
that.
trouble.
He's got
Pin
that.
side.
He's got
It's
that.
going to be trouble.
This dude.
Hey, cheers.
This guy's so. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
For that shitty shot that Reed just hit.
Not the shot of the day.
Not opposite of the shot of the day. I still haven't seen the shot of the day yet. The Eagle, Justin Rose Eagle, is about to be the best one.
Tastes the ginger beer.
Yeah. That shot that Amy made earlier, what was it? The pineapple upside down cake or
That was
whatever?
pretty good.
That thing was
That was pretty good.
I'm sorry I'm
Boss.
not 80. I'm sorry.
on multiple levels.
Correct.
Yeah, that is
as
it.
best as I can.
I didn't say that one was bad. I'm just saying the other one was exceptional. So they're clearing out all 12 people that were in the way, thanks to the reduced attendance.
All right, what's your go-to sandwich out there?
At the National?
Uh-huh.
What time of day is it?
Okay.
No, seriously, what time of day?
11 a.m.
Is a pimento cheese all the time.
Okay.
For sure.
So can I tell you what I do?
kind of team egg salad before noon.
Well, hold on. Okay, so you didn't ask me morning.
Okay.
First thing I do when I get there, 8:30, 9 o'clock, the very first thing I do is walk straight to a stand and get 2 egg salad sandwiches.
Yeah. Put one in your pocket.
Breakfast.
Warm it up a little bit.
Do you stack it up like a Big Mac?
Sometime around 11.
That'd be a double egg salad
Double egg
sandwich.
salad.
Usually we'll get.
You want me to
With
blow your
fries.
mind real quick? All right. It's called the Circle of Life sandwich.
Circle of Life sandwich.
I heard they have a new sandwich out there this year.
Get yourself an egg salad. Bust it open. Get an egg sandwich in the morning and put the fried egg in it, and then get a chicken sandwich and put it. So you've got embryo
circle
to
of
full-grown chicken
Circle of Life.
in the same sandwich.
Wow.
You got
Hey,
all
you ever heard
stages
a
of the
McGangbang?
chicken. Of a,
I'm out on this. You ever heard of a McGangbang?
I'm not in on this
Oh,
either.
yeah.
Beef with a par on 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way off golf.
Yeah.
You know that McDonald's has a secret menu.
the McRib,
I do know
right?
that.
Well, it's
No.
a secret
There's
menu
a secret menu
for
at
aristocrats.
All right, later, beefs.
McDonald's. Look it up.
See you, babes.
See you, Beeves.
See
See you,
you.
Ethan.
If y'all are in Augusta, come see their show.
There's a secret menu at McDonald's.
I don't believe it.
And swear to goodness, look it up.
I'll look it up, but I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
You can order these things. Now, what they do, now let's see if I remember this. So there's
Royale
the
with cheese.
Sea, air, and land, which is you order a fish sandwich, a McChicken, and a cheeseburger. You take most of the bread off and put all the patties together. Sea,
Okay.
air, and land.
Okay.
A McGangbang, you order a double cheeseburger,
Okay.
spread it apart, order a McChicken sandwich, take the chicken fillet, put it in between, and sandwich all that together. That's a McGangbang.
Because
sounds
it
pretty
kills you.
Look it up. It's on Google. Google doesn't lie.
Tough shot here. Coming off the back here.
That's a good shot.
That's a great shot. Where that was.
What's
I
your
don't know who it
favorite
was.
nugget shape? Mine's the boot.
We're not talking about nugget shapes. I draw
not
the
doing
line
it.
there. We're moving off that.
I'll cut your mic.
Back to the. So let me tell you.
Oh,
Hold on.
hey,
Hold on.
stick it on the food thing. Daniel Burger.
Hold on. Let me tell you. So let me tell you my my favorite sandwich at the tournament is a fried chicken fried chicken sandwich, and I grab a pimento cheese, scrape the pimento cheese off of it, put it on the fried chicken sandwich.
I think Bojangles figured that out pretty recently.
Well, Bojangles.
They started doing that.
And ironically, a Bojangles sandwich is more expensive than the one I would get on the course to do that, because that's the best thing about that tournament.
I used to do a challenge where I go to the tournament and try to get one of every food item by the end of the day.
Oh, that's too much.
It's great. It's like
Everybody
$10.
missed the green on 18, it looks like. Who's this playing here? They're playing with Reed. I can't see who it is yet.
That's Paul Casey.
Is that Casey? That's going to nestle up real nice, too.
Oh, my goodness. Classy.
Great shot.
Classy.
Man, Reed's
Got
Reed's got a tough shot.
That was
has
classy.
found its way into golf in like the last couple of years, really.
You have to use it sparingly. I mean, it is about very specific shot types.
Right. You can't be
Flippant.
I think British guys are a little bit more.
All right, tough shot here for Reed right here. He's got to hit it on the bank.
Full swing here.
No way. Yeah, he's got to slam it on the bank. Oh, get up. He's left himself some work for par.
That look like my friend Brandon.
Looks like it would look like me, but I'd be on the other side of the bunker, on the other side of the course, hitting somebody in the face.
That bad.
I would have putted that. That's
Daniel,
how bad
when
I
you
am.
play the National,
Not that.
Like you're at putt-putt.
I would have putted that.
It's not that bad.
how would you hit that shot, Daniel?
He's played out there multiple times.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Very classy. That's how he would have hit that.
20 yards around the green, putt it.
If I can see the green, putter.
Texas
That is
wedge.
One of my favorite things about getting to play with people that are
Not great at chipping.
20, 25 handicap kind of a people is showing them how easy it is to chip around the green if you just keep your
Get up.
very lofted clubs in the back. Don't touch them. Pull out a 9-iron.
Use
or
it like a putter.
wedge or something, and you just do a chip.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to see those people that can't break 100 if you spotted them 10 strokes.
Shout out to Will McCraney.
I'm feeling personally attacked here.
No, but I'm serious. Like it is.
Spot me 20 strokes, I might hit 100.
There are so many little things that those guys that can't break 100 that you can show them in one round of golf that will improve their golf game dramatically.
He's got the green shoes to match with his caddy outfit.
Yeah, he does.
I'm pointing out some weird things for you guys.
Detail oriented.
Yes. No, I haven't seen that all year.
So what, does he make this?
All right, Buff. How many
I think he
beers
does.
on the golf course until you are in prime shape?
No, tell him your rule, Buff. Tell him your rule. You won't take a swig until.
I do not take a sip of alcohol until I've made a bogey. When I make a bogey, then I have.
That hurts.
It doesn't hurt me. I hope he doesn't
Daniel
win.
Partech?
But I never now.
What about smelling salts?
I've never tried smelling salts before.
I should have brought them.
Nice.
I bought smelling salts off the internet last week and did them for the first time. Cracked them because hockey players do this.
Yes,
Have
they
you
do.
ever- Yeah, have you done it? Smelling salt?
I've never
Yep.
heard of it.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to try it. So we bought
What is
some
that?
off
Is
the
that just
internet.
like focus you? Is that like nose?
People try
Adderall?
heroin too now.
It's true.
We do not condone
It's on my bucket list, dude.
That's not. Yeah, we do not encourage that.
Wait, are we injecting it?
Yeah.
So Daniel Berger finished with a 3 over 75, and we got Paul Casey finishing up. It looks like he's going to finish up with show the score 1 over 73. And
Serviceable.
That's not a bad score.
He
That's
had
not
an
bad.
eagle. He had an eagle on
not a
that.
bad
That's
score
pretty
there.
nice.
Patrick Reed's going to tap in. He already tapped in for a 70. So Patrick's going to end up one shot back. So we got 2 in the clubhouse right now with a 69.
Nice.
So that's about. I think it's about right. Daniel, you and I were talking earlier about how, the course isn't going to just allow somebody to go out and throw a 20 under number anymore. Like
Yeah, I mean, playing in November with it being
That
soft
wet.
is
it's a different course completely.
is a pretty different course.
If you listen to all the rumors and all the rumblings going on, the Augusta National is trying to force the USGA's hand at doing something about the distance.
Yeah, to make it not over 8,000 yards or
Right.
something like that.
But they are seriously considering doing things like letting the scoring record be broken, and again and again and again to show the USGA, hey, look, we're not changing our golf course. Our golf course is the same as it's been since we tiger-proofed it back in the early 2000s. So, because of distance, and that was if you don't, people that don't know about tiger proofing, Tiger came out and he was blasting the ball way past everybody else, kind of like what DeChambeau has been doing. But so golf courses started to become longer and longer and longer, and that was one of the things that the National did back then. But then they put a stop to it, because if you go back and look at the scores through the mid 2000s, late 2000s,
yeah, Zach Johnson won it one year when it was like over par.
And he never was
bad
able
weather.
to go, that whole tournament.
He's a bad weather guy.
That whole tournament, he was never able to go for a green and two on the par fives. Not one green on par five he went for.
Well, he still doesn't drop.
Short kings.
Right, but go back to the point. There is a distance problem on the PGA Tour specifically.
So what do you mean?
Not necessarily for amateur golf, but on the PGA Tour there is.
They're just hitting the ball too far.
Problem. Yes. They're hitting it too long, and it's not because, and yes, Bryson has come out and beefed up and does speed training.
Well, the last thing, like if you want,
equipment is the problem. The equipment is the problem. The drivers
and
combined with the ball,
right,
are hitting it too far.
Well, they were talking about that yesterday in Fred Ridley's press conference. The chairman. Are they going to go to their own Masters golf ball? Like this is the regulation golf ball. He's like, no, we're not going to do that. But we want to follow the
that's
guidelines.
a Jack Nicklaus thing.
What is?
The golf ball like that. Jack Nicklaus he actually had, I don't know if they still sell them now, but he came out with a line of golf balls that were, if you're a this type of a player, you need to play this golf ball. If you're this type of a player, that golf ball. And he had like 4 different golf balls that were based upon your swing speed and your ability. But they were designed to play his golf courses. So the golf courses that he designed,
his courses are tough too. I mean, his
Bear
design
Trap's
is sick.
Yeah, but that's,
so
I
in town, so
I don't want to get to the point where golf is like NASCAR though, and everybody's got these certain set of parameters.
Stricter plates.
Yeah, like I don't want all that.
No, but there's an argument. There is an argument, and this is coming from somebody who's played golf a long time. There is an argument for bifurcation, where the pros have to play with a certain set of equipment. They're not allowed to play with amateur equipment. And I personally, I'd love to see that and see how it goes. I'm not.
So you're talking about they have to play with blades
proponent.
as opposed to playing
right. There
clubs that are
certain
designed
golf
to save
clubs,
the pro clubs,
right?
Like these are the pro clubs,
and/or balls, not necessarily just the clubs, but the because there is something to be said for the combination of clubs and balls and manufacturers and that kind of stuff. Those of us that are amateur golfers, we go through golf clubs, and we were talking about our friend Brandon earlier, who spends thousands of dollars a year on golf clubs and
can't break 80,
barely break 85. But there is something to be said for having the ability to pick and choose between those things and come up with a combination that works for your game. But the guys that play at this level, like, you honestly could take one set of golf clubs, same head, the same shaft, the same grips, the same
give it to everybody.
Give them to everybody and say, go play.
See what happens.
And see what happens. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what happens. What's your favorite brand of deer antler spray?
So Jordan drove it in the
I think he's accusing you of performance enhancing.
Jordan drove it in the bunker on 8.
Buff, you've never tried deer antler spray?
CBD.
Come on.
Jordan had to lay up on 8 after driving in the bunker, and so we got Mickelson making a good shot here.
Look at Phil with those sunglasses.
Wait, is it? I think it's urine. I think
He's like, oh, and there's a serviceable par from Brian Harmon.
He's trying to keep it golf related. That's what he's doing.
See, JT's struggling a little bit. He's 3 over through. I think he's on 8 now.
He got in his own head.
There's a lot of golf.
Oh, there's a lot, but I'm just
You know what,
saying,
man?
it's definitely not the start he wanted, though.
Can I take this to Augusta for a second?
Yeah, hit me.
So, growing up in this town, being in kind of the catering business, I worked out there on the driving range when I was in high school, and
How old are you?
I'll be 39 in a couple of weeks.
I'll be 39 in May. Shout out.
May, what day?
11th.
14th.
Shut the front door. Damn. And can we continue?
We're all 3 are born in May. When were you born?
June.
Taurus boys.
Way to go, Dip.
Taurus boys.
Yeah.
Brahma bull.
I'm actually a Taurus cusp, but I am a Taurus.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus for sure. So what's Augusta? Go ahead, talk about.
Yeah, so like, you'll see, on social media, I got to get out of here. Oh, the traffic, blah, 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 blah. We are incredibly fortunate to have this thing roll through once a year.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And the excitement about it, and
all the money that comes with
all
it.
the money that comes in, and you can rent your house, or you can go to the tournament, or you can it's just towns that are kind of medium-sized markets like we are, to have the entire sports world look at us for a couple of weeks, kind of the week before, a little bit after, a year is incredible. So whenever you see somebody mad at the traffic on Washington Road, or like kind of like poo-pooing like the tournament work,
right?
Get out of here.
Get him out.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
I didn't
can't
know-
deal with that for a week a year.
Get out of here.
When I was, because I'm from here. I grew up in North Augusta, but I'm from here, so like I didn't understand how big it was until I went to college.
Right.
And I'm at college, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing this week?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm going back, and I'm
Go
going
in.
I'm going to the tournament." And they're like, "What?
How'd you get taken? How'd you get badges?
And I'm just like, I go all the time. It's not a big deal. Man,
Yeah,
give me a
it's
shirt.
amazing.
Give me this. And I'm like, whoa, like this is like. And now that I'm in my work, I travel all over the United States for my work, and I try to get a bunch of shirts every year, just because like you walk in, I either walk
Pass
into
it
a
out,
plant
yeah.
with my company shirt on, or I have the shirt, one of the shirts, exactly, one of the ones that we can't talk about. And everybody's like, whoa, Augusta. And I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm from, baby. And they're like, oh man, I'd kill to go there one time,
Well, I said earlier when I was telling the story about the Amazing Race winner guy, wish I knew his name. I can't remember. But
Yeah, my wife and I love Amazing Race.
do
Like
you?
we hadn't watched it the last couple seasons, but we were super into it. And Big Brother, we have we're big Big Brother game.
But
Are you a Big
that-
Brother guy? You want to get in on our bet? I have a bet.
Every year.
Yeah, so me and my wife and this other couple, we and
Amy,
it's-
my friend Amy, who's a bartender today, she's big in Big Brother.
so we do a draft, right? And so for the past 12 or 13 years, we have done a bet, and the loser has to buy Frog Hollow dinner with like nice wine, like whatever you want to get. Shout out to Frog Hollow, I guess. No free ads.
Sean White.
So we do a draft at Frog Hollow, and the loser from the previous year has to pay. And I'm not kidding. Me and my wife lost 11 years in a row. Oh my God! And
Is that a flex?
we finally got off the hump this year and won.
Oh,
And it's
you
during a
won
pandemic year, so we can't even get it. We can't even get our dinner.
Oh,
But I'm gonna cry. I don't know.
Oh,
Hey,
we'll-
Sean White, if
we'll
you're listening,
contact Sean, yeah.
whatever the
We'll do
most
that.
expensive wine you have, I'm gonna annihilate my buddy. Oh my God, for sure.
So Justin Rose has made a little run. He's four under through three, and he just so he eagled 8. We took a shot for that to celebrate. Then he birdied 9. He birdied 10. He just parred 11. So he's about to play 12. He's 2 under for the tournament. One shot back.
Look at their shirts. That wind is kicking.
Oh, I know. It's not what they want to be about right now.
You're doing a good job of paying attention.
Hey, you got to. Somebody's got to keep this ship on the right.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Somebody's got to keep this ship on the right course.
What's that, vodka?
Is that vodka in a water bottle?
But to go back to that real quick, see, we're spoiled that we grow up around here and we get to go so
100%.
much, and that's why I said what I said about sound like I'm spoiled rotten because I get to go on Sundays and
Yeah,
That's cool.
And Sunday's a good day to get local tickets because a lot of the people who are coming in
Some
from out of
people
town are
leave,
flying
yeah.
back. Yeah, they're getting out of town.
Right. But that honestly is the best day to go. Now I will say this, pat myself on the back.
I always leave early.
I have for years. I have always, if somebody offers me any other tickets besides Sunday, I find somebody who's never been before.
And you take them?
Somebody I've met that's moved here or whatever. It's never been. I'll let them go. Here's the tickets. Go. Have fun. Try to spread that love because it is something that everybody should get to experience. I mean, this guy from The Amazing Race, this is Dad's bucket list thing to do.
Oh, it's nuts.
The one thing his dad wanted to do.
Whew,
Was to be able
went out in 40. That was a tough start.
He's setting up for a 32 on the back 9.
Well,
he
Tiger
doesn't
did that
look like
one
he's
year,
having
didn't he?
any
90
fun.
when he won it, didn't he? Like went out in
Yeah, he
40
went
and
out-
then came
went
out
out
and
in 40, yeah.
came home in 30. 31. There you go. And then he never turned the Jets off that whole year. Finished 18 under after starting 4 over.
2001.
No, that was the 97 year.
That he shot 40 on the front.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's
I think
a
it is.
good. That's a good angle for number 8 on across the creek over there.
Let's see. Justin Rose is about to hit his tee shot on 12.
Rosie. He deserves one. He's played really good.
I've always liked Justin Rose.
He's always right there.
You know why he's
Right
never
there.
done well in this tournament? I mean, he's done well, okay, but he's never won it.
That looks good right there.
Same thing we were talking about with Justin Thomas.
Left to right. Yo,
Oh,
what a shot.
Look at that golf.
In your
What a
eyeball,
shot.
Buff.
Pin high.
He's a great golfer. I'm not trying to take it away. I'm just saying.
Pin high, about 8 feet.
All right, you ready to rattle off some headlines if Justin gets it done on Sunday?
Justin Thomas or Justin Rose?
It has to be Rose, because these are all flower-related headlines.
Oh, yeah. All right. So a rose is in bloom.
Yep. Among the azaleas, a rose blossoms.
A rose.
He's been sitting on that one since.
You've been waiting 2.5 hours for that one, hasn't he?
Chairman Ridley, will you accept this rose?
Finally, how about oh man, something about hold on.
I'm not good at these.
You can do something about
A bouquet of birdies propels Rose to the green jacket.
a rose above the thorns.
Oh, a rose above the
Yeah,
thorns.
he rose above. That's a double entendre.
Rose to the occasion.
He rose above the thorns. That's a double entendre.
that.
Hashtag trademark Rhino Incorporated.
Yep.
All right, let me ask you guys this. You guys are golf aficionados. What would be the one change you'd make to this thing?
To the tournament?
Yeah, to the tournament.
I would be better at it and I could play.
Well, that doesn't count.
A real
to the tournament?
Tournament. Is there anything you'd change to the tournament?
So I will tell you that
I don't know that I would.
that the general public wants more of it on TV.
Okay.
So that would be like the normal, because what you see online every year is that I can't believe they don't start coverage until 3. Like,
But nowadays you can watch it all online, can't you? For the most part.
But like honestly,
This tournament you can
that's
because
one
it's
of
on
the
the
things. That's one of the things
tournament.com.
that makes it like really special. I mean, it's the club that puts on the tournament. It's not a PGA Tour event. You know, and you know you can watch every single shot on the website that shall not be named.com. So you can see it all.
Also, ESPN Plus is showing a bunch.
Yeah, so you know, but everybody just wants to tune into ESPN or CBS or whatever and see everything. Change-wise, like what would you change for the tournament?
Would y'all let people have phones?
No. Hell no.
No way. It is the only place on the planet where like that exists. And if you
Probably the White House.
you can go to the White House.
Okay.
You know, what I would change, the one thing I would do is I would want more amateurs in the field. And it's
More?
and
This tournament has more
a
than the other
handful or a
tournament.
bunch
I'm
more?
not no, a lot more. Like there should be. I would almost hope that there was a way to qualify for this, like there is the U.S. Open.
I mean,
Like the Georgia Mid-Am getting in?
Yes, absolutely.
Be
Why
awesome.
not?
Oh man, I don't know.
Like
There's
no,
Then
but
you
this
got to open it up to everything else.
No, so why not? So yeah, I mean
what's it gonna hurt? Look at
it
the
doesn't hurt.
amateurs that
I'm gonna
go.
tell you what's gonna hurt.
I've started the fireworks.
There's only 88 people. In the
You've asked me the question, and let me answer
Okay.
it. The reason it's going to hurt is because there's already. Yeah, you did. You said, "What's it going to hurt?"
Oh, okay.
What is it going to hurt is a question.
What is it going to hurt, Ryan?
It's going to hurt because there's already 20 people in this tournament who have no chance in hell of winning, being past Masters champions.
And you're okay with that, obviously.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that because
Incorrect. They have a chance to be the low am. You know how huge it is for your
I didn't say
career,
low amateur. I said
anything,
former
but to
champions
win-
of the tournament.
But to win the tournament is not what the amateurs are there for.
I get that.
Amateurs are there for to compete and to get to play that golf course in tournament play, and then to try to be the low am.
Right, they're there for the
However,
experience.
it's not out of the question. I mean, it wouldn't be. It might be a little. So
I don't think
Kuchar
he got
came
close.
pretty close as an amateur.
DeChambeau
DeChambeau
came
came
really
pretty close as an amateur.
He
Like,
blew up
it-
on 10.
Almost won it. I mean, Kim Venturi was the closest ever.
I mean, it is not out of the realm of possibilities, and could be even more likely than Tiger winning in 2019. So I don't
Could
know
have
about.
won it as an amateur.
The only thing
He
I'm
could've-
saying
he
is
could- he
that this
could have won
tournament,
it as
this
an
tournament already has past champions, and you're there forever. It's like Ian Woosnam's playing today. Sandy Lyle's playing today. Sandy
Yeah,
Lyle.
see, that-
Sandy Lyle
that
might not.
one-
I bet Sandy Lyle didn't break
The-
80.
All right,
okay,
so
playoffs.
let's-
Playoffs should be beer chugging
Let's
contest.
addendum the question. So what would you add and what would you subtract from the?
I'm
from the
saying
tournament?
nothing. But if you add, I
I
don't
would
want.
take away the lifetime playing.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
For a champion?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Oh no, that's The women like that.
Absolutely not.
No, but I mean, honestly, like
What you got against Ian Woosnam?
Charles Cootie.
Is that who you beat or something?
Boom.
No, but I mean,
Somebody
there's-
just drained
Who
one.
was that?
Well,
I still don't know who that is.
Tyrell Hatton.
Tyrell Hatton.
Tyrell Hatton.
Tyrell.
He's a hothead. I like him.
Shane must have doubled something.
Poor Shane's having a tough time.
You know what? I would mic him up. I'd mic up every player, and I would do.
Now that part of NASCAR would be down. You could listen to them on channels.
I would do. I would mic up every player. And
I think I've asked a good question.
Yeah.
And I would do an Apple Watch to get heart rate over putts.
Love that.
I like to mic them up. I'd be down with that as long as like it wasn't on national TV. You had to like subscribe to be able to
Oh
listen.
God, Jordan, I can't quit you, buddy. I mean, whenever he makes,
Did he just bury? Did he
long
just bury that?
putt-
He did. He did.
There you go, Chris.
coming.
That's your guy, Chris, back there.
That's my guy too.
He's apple pie, man.
Hey, before we cut
All
this,
right, watch this. Watch this.
All right,
This
all
guy's
right.
not gonna have teeth anymore. He
a
grits them so
That's a
hard.
three-wood.
That's a 3-wood. Yeah, he's not gonna swing that too hard. Yeah, that was maybe like 80% of what he does.
it's a bullet.
That's pipe.
Do y'all want to try to pick some winners before we sign off today?
Well, we've already talked about winners.
Mark Leishman.
So it's 4:27. We are about to sign off here.
Right.
So to wrap it up, I would say I think that's a great question, Dip.
From a guy who's never played a round of golf in his life.
I
But
think
go
that'll
ahead.
be a lot of fun.
I don't know why the hell I'm here now. That's
Because
right.
the
is a
fun
great
part
question.
is, I love when you get the caddy interactions, especially when
Yeah.
they're talking about their number. They're talking, I mean, how precise they are. Like, oh, I need to fly at 112. Or I'll fly at 112. No, you need to fly at like 109. Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm just trying to hit the green, bro. Like, that's my life. If I hit the green, it's a
God, that
win.
was saucy.
But so real quick, let's do predictions for who you think's gonna win. Buff, who you got? You'll be back on
Are we
Saturday.
going one person or are we going dark horse?
You got one person.
Light horse.
Tell me who you think's gonna win. Yeah, if you
Justin
had
Thomas.
all your money, you're gonna put it on JT.
Justin Thomas.
All right, Daniel.
I mean, looking at the scoreboard the way that it is now, I don't think Webb Simpson blows up. If Webb Simpson's there today and tomorrow, I think he's got a great chance.
So Webb's gonna have a good shot. All right, Dip, who you got?
I have no idea. No, let's go with Patrick Reed. I'm sorry.
Patrick Reed.
There you go. Hey,
Damn,
you representative.
Augusta University
Yeah.
guys stick together.
There you go, Pat.
Even though DJ doubled 18, I'm sticking with DJ. I think he's got the kind of game where he can go out tomorrow and shoot a 65 and be right back in it. As long as the lead, somebody in the afternoon, doesn't go crazy low on the back, which it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But if the lead tonight is still at 3 under, DJ at 2 over, I think that's doable. I think that's all doable.
Can Beeves win it?
Beeves is trash. His golf game is trash. His vocals game is strong. His
Yeah,
golf
he was
game
good.
is trash.
I was going to kill him. I was going to give him a hard time. He was good. He was good.
Yeah, we were all itching. Please be bad. Please be bad. But he wasn't. He's great. Yeah,
he
Beeves
was
is a good guy,
dynamite.
man. He's a good singer too. You guys sticking with your predictions, David and Chris?
Who was my prediction? Probably not.
I don't remember.
It was probably bad.
So Chris is sticking with Spieth. I can see Spieth putting it. He's 1 under right now.
You know, I think DeChambeau is really going to come back.
Oh, he needs to. He's 4 over right now.
Let's talk about DeChambeau's Champions Dinner. What do you think he'd be serving?
Alligator.
Protein shakes.
Alligator.
Protein shakes. A kale. So your appetizer would be a kale salad in a cup, like a kale smoothie. Kale smoothie.
What is the most sciencey meal that's out there?
It would just be a smoothie
And
of
something
alligator
with
bites.
something with liquid nitrogen, frozen with liquid nitrogen.
Okay, I'm going to give you a change for the golf tournament here. You ready?
All right, hit me with it.
In a weird way. No, I don't know. If you followed the old golfers, kind of like ESPN, if you just followed, did Jack Nicklaus play 18 holes today?
No, he only tees off now.
Who's the oldest guy playing 18 holes today?
Probably Bernhard Longer.
People would watch that.
He's 60. Woosnam or Lyle maybe.
Could you
older.
imagine if they just televised him?
Probably. Lyle, yeah.
Would people watch that if they just followed him?
I mean,
They would-
Tom
would.
Watson.
Yeah,
I
you
would
would.
watch Larry Mize.
Nobody cares.
You'd watch Larry Mize?
I'd watch some of them.
Freddie Couples?
I'd jump Freddie Couples. Well, Freddie usually plays pretty well, but I would jump in. I wouldn't watch the whole 18, but I would like to be able to go
To go to a different channel.
Highlight. All right, I'm going to watch. Woosnam's about to play Eamon Corner. Let me watch that. Or Woosnam I probably wouldn't care about. No
still
offense
say
to the
cut
Welshman.
out.
He doesn't want those guys there even.
After age 60, you're out.
I would rather have them playing as long as they want rather than having
Yes.
some kid who finishes first at the Mid-Georgia Amateur in the tournament.
So if you're a champion and you're over
That's me.
60 and you're out, should they just cut the sleeves off your jacket and give you like a vest?
Yes.
So you do understand.
Yes, 100%.
A green
You do
vest.
under-
100%.
So you do understand. Like, hold on, I
basically
had to look
look
this
like a
up.
Walmart greeter
We're going to sign off here in a second, but I have to look this up.
First tee greeters.
I've done stirred the pot over here.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
We got Neon Butterfly back in the feed saying she's cheering for Jordan Spieth.
All right, Neon Butterfly's throwing it in for Spieth.
She's a Chris Apples fan.
I like it.
Neon Butterfly.
Is that your wife?
No.
Okay.
Probably.
Go.
Hey.
My wife's of course.
Spelling
Was that
contest,
an
go.
eagle? Was that an eagle?
U-I-S-T.
No.
Way off.
O-S-T-H-U-I-C-A-N.
We've had the S, yeah.
Oosthuizen, yeah. All right, well, hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I don't know that, I think Dip's done for the week. Daniel, are you going to come back at all this week?
No, I got to get to work.
Daniel actually has to, like, do work this week.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Yeah.
He's got other stuff to do. Buff will be back on Saturday. Of course, I'm your host all week. We thank you guys. Augusta Podcast.
Are you going to get Buffy a shot clock?
Buff's gonna get a shot clock on his stories. We're gonna have to give him a shot. Dip wants to throw a shot clock over there. It's like the old Dave Chappelle. Hey, wrap that shit up, B. Wrap that shit up. But major love to David and Chris for making it happen. Well, watch the rest of this tournament this afternoon. We'll be back here tomorrow, 1:30 sharp p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you guys soon. Peace out. But yeah, that's a great question, though.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, my follow.
Hi. Hi, I'm Nancy Powell, broker and CEO of Powell & Associates, located right here in Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters, a tradition unlike any other. Just like the Masters, Powell & Associates is unlike any other real estate brokerage in the CSRA. We combine tradition with innovation to bring our clients the very best in service. So if you're looking to buy or sell today in the CSRA, give us a call. We're Powell & Associates. We're principled, professional, and personal.
Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. for the Augusta Podcast Watch Party.